Yeah.
So continuing from
So,
that point.
folks, what do we do now? Folks, only one man present.
Well, I'll say Morgok pipes up and he says he just wants to get his wife's unconscious and bleeding body to the closest cleric or healing man to see what's wrong with her.
That is the logical move. Okay, so what else? We have no other questions for Mr. Squiggles, right?
No, unless Oust does. I'm guessing not. Oh, probably not. Oust, are you there? Oh, there he is.
There we go. Sorry,
Oh, no
I was
problem.
muted. I demand him to teach me Dimension Door, or ask him,
Demand.
as my manner of learning the spell.
Would you like to roll for persuasion on that one?
Sure, it's either that or I'm just gonna somehow manage to learn it myself.
You're a bold one.
Yes, definitely. How is it?
Okay.
I'll try to.
You get a natural 20.
Bit.
He controls time, not space.
Okay. So, he's going to say that as much as he would love to teach you and help you guys out with new spells, he is not strong enough to be using any more of his power that he already has. It took a lot of energy and strength just for him to get you guys out of that area and to safety.
Fair enough.
Alright, Mr. Squiggles, how can we contact you if anything goes to shit or something?
So, Mr. Well, he's eyeing you funny, and he's just like, "My name is Crodox, and if you wish to contact me, all you need do is look inside your heart." And he points to your chest, and it glows a little.
He's the
Oh, I
arisen.
have heart. Sweet.
Just
Okay.
messing with you, it's fine. Here, flicks you like a little blue stone. Hold on to
Embeds
that.
in his heart.
Hold on to that. It's only got a few charges left. You can contact me using that.
Okay. We'll
So,
ask you what flavor of pizza do we want. You know in the future
what is this
everyone is.
pizza you speak of?
He's just rolling his eyes right now. It's like, I'm going to get Lizella back to safety. She's probably very worried about her sister. Her and I will try and track her down for you. And with that, he kind of like scoops her up, puts her on her back, and kind of voops out of existence. Just disappears.
Farewell, Mr. Squiggles. I think he will hit us for this.
Well, if you keep calling him Mr. Squiggles, probably won't go well.
Probably not.
Oh well, he
Worth
has
it,
a
though.
power.
Yeah.
What is the word that can happen? What, kill us?
Murder most foul.
Alright.
Oh well, the future is bright for us. We just unleashed the Elder God upon this world.
Congratulations.
That makes me remember something. I would need to take some time. Yeah, it would be better. I have to do some, let's say, personal business. And you go to the town, I'll catch up with you. And
Okay.
I would go to the nearest woods.
Nearest woods. Okay. So, I'll deal with you first, House, and then we'll go back to you, Hifsam. So,
Sure.
you start looking towards the town, and you can kind of tell that it is about a good 4-hour trek if you're speed walking to get across the river there and to the main center of town. So what will you want to do? Do you want to head that way, or do you want to stick with Hifsam and see what he's up to?
Well, first, how are people looking in the party? Are people, like, pretty much dead on their feet?
Well, Morgak is exhausted, but he's trying to pick up his wife right now and carry her on his back and head towards town. And Zalis is kind of looking at you, Oust, and looking at her brother, basically saying, like, "Can you maybe help me drag his ass out of here?"
I'll try and help her out.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Oh, joy.
Oh, not again. Oh god, I knew it.
I break my arms.
No, you walk up and you're just like, "I got this. I gotta show her what I can do." And you kind of like grab one of his hands, but it slips and you fly backwards onto your ass.
I should try that again.
You're just like, yeah. So she just looks at you as like, "I'll take his arms, you grab his feet. Just make sure he doesn't drag on the floor."
Okay.
Encore.
And she kind of like looks around and she grabs some twigs and twine and sort of makes like a what you'd call a stretcher. Puts that together. She takes off her cloak and kind of like ties it around the twigs and the wood that she's got set up. And you set Zeratus on the stretcher and you start both taking one side and the other and just kind of dragging him down the hill.
Ugh. Alright.
Okay. So Hifsam, what do you do?
Okay, so I would search for some place that, probably I would see that radiates with energy. Magic.
Magic energy?
Yeah, that, like resembles something like that. That has, like, better connection with the astral plane or something,
Oh.
Nothing
okay.
too fancy or,
Well, roll for perception and see if you can find something.
Okay.
Because you're looking for, like, a physical sort of, like, sign.
Yeah, maybe even.
Object.
Man, those rolls.
You don't see anything but plains and mountains and trees. There's nothing around here that's going to look to help you try and connect back with the astral plane.
Okay, so I would find some clear space in the woods, natural or something, and I would take out the book and start scrolling on the page, searching for some incantations or something. And after finding it, I would say something like, "Alright, how does this go again? Okay. Astur, I invoke you, hear my pleas and come here, as our bargain has to come to your part."
So you do that. I wonder if you roll like an arcane check
Gotcha there.
Is that not religion?
or religion. Yeah, sorry. Try religion.
Okay.
That'd be better because it makes more sense.
Oh god.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah,
We just
unfortunately, you
do some rolls to throw off any weird luck.
Inside your head, you get this message. Beep! The god you're trying to reach is not in service. Please try again at a better time.
Ah, those divine secretaries.
I would yell as possible, "Hastur, don't you call on me now. I have a deal to do."
He put you on call waiting. Just get a busy signal.
Just elevator
slam
music
my book.
playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would slam my book close and angrily return to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Wow, you just canceled the call.
You lost your cue in the line. Now you gotta wait even longer.
Now it's 5 centuries instead of 2.
Yeah. Current wait time is 5,000 decades. Please continue to hold.
I'll get you one day, cunt.
Alright, so you...
In the
let's say you
meantime, I
catch
would
up.
search for bribing of the secretary in the
Yeah,
arcane.
right. Bribery of the Secretary of Hastur. Yeah, just
Yeah,
send
probably
her,
some souls.
Send her a bouquet of like half-eaten goats, and she probably like that.
You better start running there.
Oh, that's a sheep.
Yeah, but sheep goat, similar thing.
Yeah.
The most innocent of sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's so innocent now from what it saw.
It was
Oh,
in the
yeah.
bag. No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. It was on Morgak's shoulder like the entire
Yeah,
time.
it's good.
wasn't
It's
it?
gonna need some
Yeah, and-
serious therapy.
Sheeps have like short-term memory.
True.
Slowly but surely, Nur's gonna start thinking like Morgak.
Yeah, you just see like Nur prancing like beside Morgak and trying to like nip at his feet as he's trying to carry his dying wife on his shoulders. So, yeah,
I
doesn't
will
seem
try
to realize
to-
what's going on.
Ah! Speaking of,
Mm.
Morgak.
Yeah.
Yes. He's here.
The Morga.
Here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
So to catch you up real quick, you guys
So-
just started walking to the town of Battleford, which is like a trading post, and basically you're trying to get your dying wife to some sort of cleric or someone to heal her, fix her up for you.
Wait, she's dying?
Well,
She's
it's
not
weird
doing
Uh,
so-
undeath that we don't know is working or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's. I figured, yeah, Morgak would think, oh, the potion's working, probably.
maybe. But she's not responsive. She's just breathing very shallow and yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. So, we'll see. Like I said, you guys are gonna have to spend a good 4 hours of walking during this. So, is there anything you want to do while you're getting to this town, in particular?
Morgak, about that group name, I'm pretty sure that FUCKRERS might not work that.
Is that a bad word in common?
I suppose. But in Elvish, it's a horrible word.
That makes me like it even more.
Yeah, who cares
I kind of
about that?
admit that I do like that idea more. Now that I remember this. Hmm. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, better nothing than FUC. Fuck. And it made me said that word.
Mhm.
That might be temporary name, but until we make some smart one, and I would look around searching for someone who has any better.
Yeah. Plus, I'm trying to keep this show PG, guys.
What's this PG?
Enough with the orgies and the swearing. Gosh, we have children.
Can't let us have any fun, Smexy.
Yeah, I would
Such a
refrain.
prude.
And I would refrain from that, but Arthur made me think otherwise.
True. Yeah, he's a bad influence.
Maybe
the first
Morgak
session-
will break the string of bad rolls so far.
Yeah, maybe.
Dang.
What do I need to roll?
Well, anything 10 and above.
Pretty much.
For what?
Anything.
Like so
Arcane.
far, they've had really shitty rolls. So if you have to roll, they're kind of praying that you roll higher than they've been so far.
Yeah.
I think you forget I just got done, frenzy raging, so my rolls have disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Or at least
Oh,
for
no.
skills.
Well,
We'll just continue walking.
yes.
Sounds good.
I
Oh,
mean, you
and
guys
if
can
there's-
try brainstorming a new name.
Oh, and can I try to hunt with Eldritch Blast any animal if that passes by? Like a rabbit or a deer.
I'd get you to do a survival check to see if you spot any animals first.
Oh, natural one. Here it comes.
Yeah. A deer goes through with one nice charge.
All right, 13's
Whoa.
pretty good. So we'll see, as you guys are walking, you see a deer just off the side, kind of grazing in the grass next to its fawn.
Deer meat. Alright. I would nudge the oust. Hey, let's make a bet. Who kills it first gets the. I don't know, what's the best part of the deer?
I cast fireball. No.
Liver.
No, I don't want to eat ashes.
No, I don't think you do.
Yeah, but it might be still, maybe better cooked if you hit it.
You might want a controlled sort of burn as opposed to fireball, which is not so controlled.
Firebolt, then.
I'll stick
Okay.
with Eldritch Blast.
All right. So, who's aiming for what? Are you killing the fawn or just the deer?
Just a deer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the fawn can grow up and seek us out in vengeance.
Yeah, let's
We're
constantly
making
do that.
basically a Bambi.
Yeah. Bambi to the revenge.
Yes. Alright, here we go. Boop. Oh.
Oh, nat 20. Oh. Let's see what the deer does. Just 19. All right. So, I'm definitely going to say that Oust hit for sure.
And
Eldritch
me,
Blast kind of just like knocked it off its feet while Oust shot his firebolt. So, roll for damage on that, Oust.
Oh.
Oh, dear
Whoa.
God. That deer that deer is
You're
on fire
guilty.
right now. It ain't moving. The fawn books it into the forest.
way to go, you cunt. You made a Bambi.
What's that?
I don't
Is
know,
it tasty?
but probably. I have some vague idea about it in my head.
Hmm.
So, how
You know,
well done
custom-
do you want your deer? Because it's on fire right now.
Let's stop that.
Okay, what do you use to put out the fire then?
I throw him sap. No.
I
Ray
tried
of
to dodge.
frost, I suppose.
Okay. So Ray of
Oh, God.
Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, yeah. That'll put out the fire. I'll say it's a little crispy, but it's still good. The carcass is still intact. Yeah, you definitely put out the fire.
Yes.
It's
Well,
we'll say it's lukewarm.
Well, at least part of it's cooked.
Yeah.
All right.
You get the steak. That was the agreement.
So does Morgak? I think he has the only bag of holding for you guys.
We'll eat it now. What holding? Eat it until it's, while it's hot.
Are you
Yeah.
hungry now? You want to eat it now?
Well, probably.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Eat something and the rest dump into the bag.
All right. We'll say you guys sit down and have like a quick
All right.
little bite to eat,
Yep.
and you eat some of that, and you put the rest into Morgak's pouch. And Nura looks on with inquisitive eyes.
I offer a piece of the meat to Nur.
Nur kind of just sniffs it and just kind of recoils a bit and just goes back around Morgak's leg.
You'll learn, boy. You'll learn.
Stop it, you're scaring him.
And since
You're
when?
getting too attached, Morgak.
No, I'm not. Prove it.
Not
You
yet.
see the red in his eyes just start burning with fury.
And that would take a few steps away from us.
I've had a long day.
I think it's fair to say we all have. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll say you guys reach the edge of the river now, and the town is probably a good, maybe 45 minutes away from that. The river seems very, very, it's rushing very quickly. It's not like a little stream; it's a full raging river. And there's a few stones that look like they would be able to get you across. And next to
Oh,
those
man.
stones is a small little rickety bridge that looks to maybe hold one person at a time if you're lucky.
Oh, so the good old puzzles of how many times do we have to go with the boat to transport everything.
Well, we have a person who has to be moved along in a whatchamacallit, a
Stretcher.
stretcher. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I thought
And
Morgak was just carrying her the entire time.
Oh,
No,
you
we're
got
talking
Zeratis
Zeratis.
too.
Morgak was also carrying Zeratus.
Morgak has the power. Should we
Morgak,
try
you had
and
you
wake
had your wife on
Zeratis
your
up?
shoulders. You could try it, yeah.
I mean, I have a potion of healing that I could just dump down his throat.
True.
I mean,
Do you want to do a medicine check first, or do you want to give him the potion?
yeah. Let's just try medicine first. Who knows? Oh,
Nice.
Oh wow, okay.
That's
So,
some-
judging from your expertise in wounds on lizard folk, you can tell that right now he's kind of beyond the healing potion at this point. He needs like a professional, like cleric or someone. Healing potion isn't going to fix what they did to him. He's basically making death saves himself right now at this point.
Okay, so do I have the spells from the book? You know, the newest feat, or I need to get it lore-wise.
Lore wise.
Alrighty, so no floating disc. What else do I have?
Is there a nearby tree that can be cut down?
There are trees fairly close to the river, I'll say. One that looks like it would probably be able to get across the river, but keeping that steady might be difficult. Because right
I'll then
now,
cast
Morgak
guidance
is the
on
only one
Morgan.
that actually has like significant strength, but likelihood of him being able to hold that himself would be hard. You guys have been beaten up pretty bad.
I see.
Okay, I can cast guidance and then we can try to do that.
Okay.
Well, there's that bridge there if we want to try that.
So what?
Looks a touch old, if you ask me.
It's probably fine. What do I roll to inspect the bridge?
I think
Investigation.
perception would be the. Oh yeah, investigation, because you're looking at something specific, trying to determine its value.
I'll
I
try
suppose.
to.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Why
Oh
not?
god, those
Definitely looks
rolls.
Yeah, no, it
Even.
looks good to me. I guess
Yeah.
you're right, Morgak.
I'll go
Everything's
first.
good. Okay. So this bridge is wide enough to carry, to get one person across width-wise. So if you guys walk in just like a straight line, you should be fine. It seems.
How long's that drop?
Oh, it's not much of a drop. It's maybe like I'd say this bridge would be about 10 feet above the river.
And how deep is the river?
And how fast flowing is it?
The river is very rapid moving.
Oh!
So it's moving pretty quick. Yeah, because you can kind of see further down. It looks like it has a cliff face. So a bit of a waterfall at the end of that.
Alright, I've watched enough movies to know where this goes. Is there any other way?
Well, you did see some stepping stones that you think someone would be able to just hop from one to another to get across as well. But determining if they're slippery or not is another thing.
I have no spell slots left.
I think I have a first level one? Maybe?
Alright, so how many casts of Ray of Frost would it need to freeze the river?
A lot.
Give me an hour. No. Give me a day.
Like Ray of Frost would create like a platform of ice, but it would get swept away instantly.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't last.
No.
We still have the tree.
True.
It's
Alright, the
true.
tree is
We
the
can get
safest
many
option.
trees. What's stopping
Found
us
the
from
tree.
just using one? More than one, I mean.
Alright, let's go with the tree. We'll fell it down, then we will push it to the river. Maybe that can work.
Alright.
And I want to cast guidance on Morgak.
Okay,
All right.
that'll help. So
Every
you go
little
up
bit.
to one of the biggest trees you could find that you think would get you across the river. And Morgak, I'm gonna need you to do a strength roll to see how well you chop this baby down.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics would work. See how quickly and efficient you are. Oh, 24.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right.
Plus 4 from the guidance, so 28.
Oh, 28. Okay. So Morgak takes his nice sharp axe and starts cutting down the tree with actually what looks to be significant ease. And within about, I'd say about 20 minutes of chopping, he manages to get deep enough gouge in it that you can kind of like push it over if you want.
Timber.
Yeah.
Heave ho. So, strength. I
Yes.
guess. I don't know. Oh dear.
Well, depends what you guys want to do, because this tree isn't exactly over the river if you kick it over. It's going to be probably like half in the water if you push it in the proper direction.
Yeah, we will. And I will do it with the mage's hand.
That doesn't put much force on an object.
No, that's 5
Does-
pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, the max of 5 pounds for that.
You can always kick it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll use my. Oust isn't angry enough to actually do a good strength roll right now. He only does that when he's absolutely furious.
Yeah. Kind of like nerd rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that one slave collar moment. That was it.
Yep.
So,
I'll
what are
pass
we gonna
too.
do? Well, Morgag, looks like you just got thrown into the thick of it.
I just knocking this sucker down.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll again, or?
It'll be a strength check this time to get it down, yeah.
Can I guide him again?
It's a cantrip, so yeah, you can use cantrips as many as you want, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
Infinite amount of times.
So that's a 19.
Ooh.
All right.
D4s are my friend.
Yes. They're not mine. I consistently roll ones on them.
That works. All right, so yeah, we'll say you managed to kick it down, and the tree lands into the water. I'd say it's about 2/3 of the way across. So if someone wants to get across the whole way, they'd have to make a jump. But
Or we
so
can
far,
push it.
It looks like the tree is fairly steady in the water. It's not getting.
Attempt to
Torn
push
away.
it forward a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I will assist too.
Alright, all of us, just do that.
Yeah, do a combined strength check, and I'll take the average of it.
Boop.
Does somebody just, I was gonna say, does somebody just wanna give me, like, aid me in it, and then I'll just make a straight
Oh,
roll and use
alright,
guidance?
yeah, actually. That sounds
Yeah.
like a better idea. Oh, athletics. Yeah, this works.
Okay, 18.
18. All right.
Presuming that I would get guidance.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So we'll say Morgak, you managed to push it into the river a little bit more. Someone is still gonna. You guys are still gonna have to jump across, but the distance between the shore and the tip of the tree is less now. So I'd say 10-foot jump. 10-foot across.
Oof.
Well,
At that
my-
point, is it pretty shallow, though, would you say?
Yeah, it's pretty shallow. Like it looks like
Like
it's
how
mostly
deep?
rocky.
Alright,
Alright,
who wants to volunteer?
I feel like Morgak should bring his wife across, come back, help bring Xerxes across, and then you and I can go one at a time across the bridge.
Yeah.
Feels like the most effective plan there.
Yeah, I agree. And I would cast guidance all the. Like, okay, now a little bit left. Now,
Yes, good.
Only if somebody stays on that other side with her. Who knows if there's, like, a rabid dog somewhere close.
okay,
I'll
I'll
go across the bridge
bridge.
and wait then.
Okay, you can go too.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
just
the two of us go across.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's
I'll
first?
cast guidance on the oust and let him go first.
Alright, going across
Alright.
the bridge.
Okay. So I need you to make
Steady.
a we'll make you do an athletics check.
Oh, that's strength. Oh no. Yep, there
Oh
it is.
no.
God.
Okay, so you don't
And
have the
then
best grip on the
guidance.
branches, and you slip and you're hanging off the tree.
I was going across the bridge.
Oh, you're going across the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, your foot goes through one of the boards, and you're now like holding on to either side of the rope, and you're struggling to pull yourself out.
Why didn't
the
you
hole.
cast guidance on me?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
A D4,
D4.
probably. Yeah, it's the same result, really.
And
But,
then I throw another D4 in, sacrificing a sorcery point.
Okay.
That's 10. That's average.
All right. So we'll say that you managed to get your foot out of the hole that broke through the rotted board, and you're being a little more cautious as to where you step now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be careful now. There's
That's
nothing
fair.
to worry about.
I have everything to worry about.
Of course.
Okay. So do
Okay.
I manage it?
Uh,
Or
yeah. We'll say that with just a flat D10, if you take it the rest of the way, we'll say you get across the bridge with unscathed. You didn't have to worry so much.
I have a splinter.
Yeah, you have a splinter in your foot, but other than that, you're fine.
See, it was not that hard. I'm not going over the bridge. Okay, Morgak, your time now.
Alright, I guess I'm going over the tree.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you're carrying your wife on your back.
And I'm guiding you.
Yeah. So you
Sounds
get
good.
a D4. So same as Oust, I'll get you to do an athletics check.
I'm gonna burn a rage just so I can get advantage on that.
Okay.
Angry Orc steps across the tree.
Good thing
That's
I
a
was-
good idea.
Thing you did.
So, yeah,
22.
22. We'll say that you get across fairly easily, but you still have to jump with your wife on your back. So you'll have to do it.
Oh, I thought that was the jump.
Alright, now
this
jump.
is just to get across. Yeah, you'd have to do acrobatics to jump across. It's a 10-foot.
Acrobatics?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Rage does nothing with this. This is gonna go terribly.
You can still use your D4. Is that just like a
Yeah.
creature?
Alright.
Add the number. Yeah. So you get a D4 with that. Okay, so
Ooh.
17? Yeah, plus the D4.
Now it's 17.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember that disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we'll say you jump across fairly easily. You don't slip or anything. You kind of tumble to your knees, but you still got your wife on your back, and you set her down lightly on the ground.
Alright. I'll try going across the bridge this time to walk back because I don't feel comfortable jumping onto the tree.
There are the stepping stones.
Carefully, Morgak.
There are stepping stones, Morgak. You don't have to do the bridge.
Well, yeah, there are stepping stones.
Oh.
If he wants to do acrobatics, every stepping stone he takes.
Oh wait, never mind.
I'm not very dexterous.
Not quite. So yeah, you just do one athletics check to get across the bridge.
Okay. 12?
12, yeah, 12's average. So yeah, you get across. You don't have to worry about falling through any boards. You're stepping lightly.
So.
As
we'll
lightly.
make our-
Yeah.
Okay. So Zalis is going to assist you to get Zertis across the tree as best she can. So she'll roll athletics with you.
Oh,
Yeah, she does. 12. The average. Okay.
And I guide them.
Average.
Okay.
oh
Roll guidance.
Okay.
guidance. Okay.
16.
Okay. Oh, 60 as well. Okay, so yeah, you guys get to the end of the tree. Now, she's going to assist you with the athletics part of it as well. So you'll roll for the main part, and if she rolls high enough, you guys will get him across, no problem.
Acrobatics. Here we go.
Steady.
We both rolling?
Oh, you roll first, and she's going to assist, basically.
Oh.
5.
Lord.
She
And-
got 13. Okay.
Oh, wait, acrobatics or athletics? I thought we were doing
Oh,
acrobatics.
sorry, acrobatics. Sorry, she's way better at this actually.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's an 11 overall?
she manages to toss him, or at least half his body, towards you, Morgak, and you sort of slip a little, and half his body is in the river right now. So if you should probably make a strike check to make sure he doesn't slip out of your hands.
Gonna burn a rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully get a long rest soon.
Oh,
21.
Oh, strength. Sorry,
Didn't have to.
Oh, strength save or strength check?
Well, I mean, that's the same as a
Strength
strength
check.
for him.
Oh, it is?
So, yeah.
Wait, a straight strength check?
Strength
I
check,
mean-
yeah, because you're grabbing a hold of his hands to keep him from getting swept away from the river. You usually-
24.
Yeah, 24. That's fine. Yeah, you pull him out of the water, no problem. And then she tosses the stretcher over to you, and she hops off the tree as well, and she's across.
Okay.
Everyone's across now except for Hivsam.
Alright, so what is my best stat? Dexterity. Okay.
Stepping stones.
Stepping. Do you have guidance?
That you do.
I'm going to take a look at the cantrips. Yeah, because guidance...
Yeah, you can use guidance on yourself.
Yep.
Then I'll guide myself.
Okay.
All
It's
right,
like
now,
him, like, waving his
leg.
hand in front of his face, just like, you can do this, come on.
Oh god.
Athletics. Are you doing the stepping stones or the bridge?
Stepping stones.
Okay. So there are 4 stepping stones. You get onto
thought
the
you-
first one. No, like there are more than one stone.
I thought it was acrobatics for the stepping stones.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is. Athletics to get
Go
across
it.
the tree or the bridge, or acrobatics to get from one stone
Acrobatic.
to the other.
Oh. Well, then it's still an 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Only
so-
4.
You get on the first stone. It's a little slippery, but you manage to keep your footing. You've got 3 more to do, though.
Oh. I see. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Morgak nudges off and says, if he falls, I'm not jumping in.
Oh, okay. So the second one, you're good. The third one, with your inspiration, fine. And yeah, third one, you're good. So you get across fairly easily.
Suck it, Morgak.
You didn't hear me, I was saying that to
we
Oz.
forgot Nur. We gotta go back.
Oh,
Nur's
yeah.
right here.
No.
Yeah.
Never leave him behind.
Nur was smart enough to get in the pack before you guys.
Wait a second. Why didn't
like
we all enter the pack and Morgak just...
You would
You're
suffocate.
idiots, right?
No, you have 10 minutes of air in there. It's just, you
Yeah.
know, there's a good chance if I fucked up and failed, we all
Or,
die.
you know, you drop
Yeah.
it in the water.
We all
And
die.
then- yeah.
So it's more fun this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from what you see, there's a dirt road that leads from the other end of the bridge up to the town that's on the cliffside. So it looks like it's fairly easy walk from there. You guys got probably a 45-minute walk before you reach the town.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's a dwarvish one, isn't it?
It looks like it's on the border of Arethel and the Dwarven Kingdom. From what you could tell from the distance, it looks just like an average town right now.
For right now.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try in the meantime to see how far I am on the Hastur awaits.
Bless you.
Thank you. So you're communing with Hastur again?
I'm trying to see how far I am in the waiting line.
Oh. Okay. Roll for knowledge religion, see if you figure it out.
1D.
It's gone down from 15 decades to 10.
Sweet.
I think a lot of people hung up.
Only 1 century.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just proceed.
Okay.
While scrolling on the book, searching for, bypasses on the waiting.
When to realize you were calling Cthulhu the entire time.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
lines crossed.
I'm sorry, you're not a... You might have missed the call. Try again. Toot!
Yep.
In the meantime, 4-dimensional music for you.
4-dimensional music? It's just a bunch of like howling and screaming and...
Yeah.
Oh, that's soothing.
We just see if Sam's ears start to bleed.
She enjoys it.
It's the hardcore stuff. Yeah.
Alright, so, to the town then.
Yeah. So, you guys eventually reach the town of Battleford. And
How quaint.
yeah,
Nice place.
You head up the little ramp here. You see a couple caravan wagons start pulling in and setting up their wares for the next day. And there's a little guard tower in front of you guys, and you see a couple guards kind of like patrolling in front of it, and both of them kind of walk up to you guys, and you go like, "What's your business here?"
We're selling cabbages.
Right, if you're selling cabbages, then we need a permit for the sale of cabbages at the farmer's market tomorrow. Do you have the papers?
We have the papers of the Royal Court of Hadnell, but they are currently unavailable and they will be sent with the MPIS messaging service, and you should be awaiting it for now. But as far as I can see, you're not receiving mail because you're wasting time inspecting random passersby.
It's the law in this land to check every individual that enters this area as per responsibility to the mayor of this town. Now,
And
the
the
less
mayor-
you argue, the more quicker you get your cabbages in there, and you can start selling them tomorrow. Where are your papers?
We're just the transporters, not the sellers. And the message should have arrived already to you.
Right, who's
Also,
your
do you have a
superior?
cleric in town?
Yeah, please. Like, we're in dire need of a healer.
I'll walk right past these two. I don't care. I need to see a cleric.
Say, hold on there, big fella. And they both, like, cross their halberds in front of you. It's like, what you got there on your back?
I got my wife and I got a friend of mine.
And the
Right,
cabbages.
what's wrong with them?
We
I
don't
don't know.
really-
They're not waking up. I need to see a cleric.
Right, well, we can't let you in yet until we've cleared you. You just have to be patient. Now,
Okay, look. That lizard man there? He's on the edge of dying right now. So, you're going to be at fault for that the longer you hold us back.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
really
well,
want to be
you-
at the anger of this fellow here. We understand the procedure and everything, but can you please just let these two through? We'll continue explaining everything you need, just...
Yeah,
let
I'll take
these
here and
through.
explain you everything. Please take me to the mayor.
he says, okay, hold on a second. I need to know what's really going on here before I let you through. I can't let people through willy-nilly. You could be thieves. Now, tell me the truth. Are you...
Do I look like a thief?
You look like
Tell
someone
me
who-
honestly. Do I look like a thief?
Do you want
I'm
to roll for
staring him
intimidation?
down.
Yeah.
That's pretty intimidating, if you ask me.
It doesn't matter. I have disadvantage.
He just wants to sell his cabbages.
13.
I'll guide him.
He's like, all right.
Not bad at all.
It's not bad. But the guard is not moving. He's like, I want the truth out of
17
you
from
people."
guidance.
Okay. I still want the truth out of you people. You're not here to sell cabbages, are you? You don't look
We're
like
here
people
for
who
a
do
night's
that.
rest.
I don't know
sir,
why you went on
to be
about
honest.
cabbage.
We're
Alright,
adventurers.
so-
I don't know what the whole cabbage selling idea came from, but we're adventurers. Say
Okay,
the
I
most.
will-
Not entirely sure how well known we are in these parts, but
Okay,
we're
so,
heavily injured, tired. We're just here to spend the night and then walk around town.
Alright. I will send, with my mental magic abilities, I will send just the events of battle to the guards, but obscured, so they can't see what we are fighting and everything. They see just us being injured. Just like quick recap through their heads.
Okay. I'm going to see if they can handle that. Because these
They
are
fall
guards.
to the ground.
These are guards. They're not really used to having people mess with their heads. So we'll do 1 and 2. Okay. They seem to manage to endure the... One guy, I'm actually going to say, because your DC save is 16, I think, right?
14.
14. Okay. So one guy
14.
just kind of like his eyes roll into the back of his head. The other guard is just like shaking his head a little and he's like, "You are those fellas that went and fought in that swampland area, didn't you?"
I am pretty sure you should be kept silent about it, right, bud?
But yes,
And I
that
will
is-
look at him sinisterly,
Uh-huh. Do you want to roll for intimidate as well?
Yeah. I think I have advantage on that.
That's not how.
No, the proficiency.
Oh.
Proficiency just allows you to add 3 to
Yeah.
Yeah.
charisma.
So when you
Yeah.
click
I don't,
on your
but-
ability, yeah, it already
So
adds it to it. So that's a 5. He's not intimidated by you whatsoever. However, he does see your friends and he sees Morgak. He's like, right, but if you're not selling cabbages, don't bother lying. We'll always see through that. Now get your friend to the hospital. It's right over there. And he points to like the third most building on the right hand side, like this tall one here.
Alright, then, sir, I
Who's
want
on?
to talk to a mayor in the meantime.
I'm going to the clerics. I'll see you guys later. Morgak just walks to the clerics.
Yeah.
See ya.
And Zalis looks to you, Oust, and she's kind of like eyeing you to pick up the stretcher and come with.
Oh, and then
Oh,
I'm
just-
trying to roll my eyes and do that.
I'll try to help with
You'll help
the
too?
Zertis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all heading to the hospice then?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Guidance.
Always with the guidance. All right, ready for another natural one? Here we go. Oh, 7.
That's a 7.
And
I don't
guidance.
care. I'll pick up both of them. Come on.
No,
Right,
it's
here's a
fine.
guidance.
I'm not gonna
9.
force you guys to keep rolling for that. I'm gonna say you guys managed to slowly drag Zeratus over while Morgak is more or less just kind of booking it towards the hospice. He's leaving
That's
you guys
fair.
behind in dust at the moment, but
I'm not. I wouldn't say exactly that because I wouldn't want to leave Zeratus to die. I don't
No,
think it's
yeah.
considered.
fair enough.
So I'll help.
Okay. So you guys get into the hospice and it is actually rather crowded right now. You can't really make through the crowded sick and injured who's necessarily in charge. You do see people dressed in white garb, covered in dried blood, and wearing sort of like a hospital garb. So it's possible that the people dressed in white are the ones that are taking care of these injured people.
And our guard's still with us.
No, the guards, they stay at their post. They just let you by.
Okay, I will ask some conscious man who is injured. What the schmuckle heck is going on here? Why is everybody in condition like...
What in the name of schmuckleheck?
So, one of the guys looks up to you. It looks like he's got a broken arm and a sling. And he says, like, you haven't heard? There's monsters everywhere now. They came pouring out to the southeast side of the Aerithal, and they've been attacking everybody ever since. This is one of the only
Pastor?
hospices around here to help us.
I'm I feel
I
sorry,
just kind
though
of
I'm
put
not.
my head in my hands and say, "There's always something."
Yeah.
Of course
I'm
it is,
gonna.
buddy.
I try to get the attention of a nurse or doctor or whatever, somebody who looks like they're, medical.
Okay. So try persuasion roll and see if you manage to flag someone down.
This can only go
Guide.
Don't say that.
Well, persuasion or strength.
5.
5. you don't manage to flag anyone
Screams.
down.
I'll try to.
I yell out, "Hello! I need help with something."
Alright, let me give it a go.
Man, these rolls.
Oh, there you go. I was just like, God damn it, their friends are dying! It's like everyone just like stops and turns towards you. I was just like, little help. And you point down to
Thank you.
Zeratus. So,
Okay, so if a healer comes over, I'm gonna explain what I found out with that one medicine check earlier.
okay. So,
The damages and such.
one of the people in white just kind of like lowers his mask. He's like, all right, what happened to him?
Alright. This isn't particularly easy to explain, and probably
Well,
shouldn't do
hold
it in public, so do you mind going off to the side for a second?
He says, no, I don't have time to mess around right now. You see all these injured and dying people. I've got shit to do right now. Now tell me what's wrong with him, and we'll get him situated in the emergency room.
Dark magics and demons.
Yeah, pretty much that. He was,
Soul excavation.
All right.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Being
so
ritually offered.
as you're explaining this, he's kind of like feeling around Zeratus' face, and he's just kind of like looking at the dents in his armor and the cuts and bruises, and he's just like, well, your friend here might be suffering from broken ribs at the very least. It looks like someone worked him over with a warhammer. And we'll get him in the emergency room, and we'll see what we can do for him. And he flags
And
over
with
like
a-
2 orderlies that are bulking human and a dwarf, and they just kind of like take the stretcher and drag him off.
Alright, now, by chance, do we remember the ingredients of the potion of Geth? Did he mention any of them? Gosh, I can't remember his name. Ugh.
Mesmero.
Mesmerov. Did Mesmerov tell us the ingredients of it?
I would say that you know 3 of the 4 ingredients. You, Hivsam, I'll get you to roll like a history check to see if you can remember the 4th ingredient that he had.
Because if so, then we
Alright.
can ask if they know what these have an effect on in regards to orcs.
Tomato.
Tomato. Okay. Unfortunately, you cannot recall the 4th ingredient. But what you do remember is 3 of them was Leshen fruit. There were Merry Bells that he had gathered from Lorethel's ruins, and there was the black ichor from the black root. But you can't remember the 4th thing that he had.
I guess I'll have a go at remembering that. Probably won't, but
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Tomato too.
10 guidance, maybe.
Yeah, you can use guidance.
We'll see.
I'll try.
Yeah,
with
13.
guidance.
Number 13. You recall that it happened when you guys were in that forest, trying to follow Zeratus, because you were hot on their trail.
Those plants. Those golden plants from where we met the Spriggan.
Oh, yeah.
So which plants?
can't
Those. I
remember.
remember there were some golden. I think.
No, those were the Merry Bells.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
No, I'm
gonna try
talking
and-
about the one where you guys were attacked by those zombie plant creatures.
I'm gonna burn my last sorcery point. Okay, so
So stacking
16.
that. We'll say that you recall. You think you saw him gather up remains of one of the Katori.
okay.
And the Katori were those zombie plant creatures that were attacking you guys.
All right. Goodbye, sorcery points. Okay. So, before the cleric or medicine man leaves, I'm gonna go ahead and explain each of the ingredients to him and ask if he knows what effect they'd have on orcs, if he knows what they are. The ingredients.
So he kind of looks at you quizzically, and he's like, "Can't say I've ever heard of anything like that. It's rare in these parts, especially half the ingredients that you described. They're not located anywhere near this area. They're all the way back in the Elvish Empire. As far as I'm concerned, that is probably a war zone right now. I would not go back there."
What effect
Where
do they have
are
on
we?
orcs?
So
I'll go to the mayor.
he says he has no idea what effect it would be on orcs at all. And to answer your question, Morgak, he says you're on the border town of Battleford, between the border of Arethel and the Dwarven Kingdom. It's like a trading post for the two cities. You just kind of trade goods and stuff. A lot of traveling caravans, a lot of traveling salespeople and salesmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll say farewell to the rest and go to...
Where you
Wait, out of character, we got somebody to take care of. I have to look up names.
Oh, okay.
We got somebody to take care of Shankar, right?
Take care of who?
Morgak's
Your-
wife, Shankar.
Oh, yeah. Like, he also looked at your wife, looked her over, and says he'll try his best to figure out what's wrong with her. And he also summons over a couple orderlies, and they take her over to the emergency room to be looked after.
If he wakes up and I'm not around, tell her that Morgak sent her here.
He nods in agreement and moves on.
Oof. Okay. Well,
That's nasty.
what are we up to now?
I'm up to the mayor's.
Going up to the mayor's?
Yep.
You're gonna
I'll
get yourself
go to-
arrested.
Not yet. Oh, and I'll take my forgery kit and make some document that I am on the emissary of the King of Adnil.
Oh, so you're doing a Doctor Who thing?
I haven't
yeah.
got Doctor Who.
Sure sounds like it.
Basically, he carries
got
around
psychic
this like
paper.
psychic paper, and he carries it around and convinces
Yeah.
people it's like he's an FBI agent or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Basically,
something
yeah.
like that.
It makes them see what they expect to see when you say that.
Beautiful.
Okay. So what? Wait, what
Done
order
papers.
are you telling yourself you're
The emissary
part
of the
emissary.
King of Adnil, that would mean like sending in the information.
Oh, okay, so like
You know,
a
just-
diplomat from the
I'll-
Dwarven Kingdom.
Oh.
Okay, I'd say that works. Yep. Do you make a pretty
Yeah.
convincing document?
Oh, I'll not take it out. I'll just hold it in case I need.
Okay.
Hmm.
Man, my
All right.
internet is really.
So I would say it's around dusk right now. It's getting rather late. So you ask around, and a couple of townsfolk point you in the right direction of where the mayor is. So his office isn't that large. It's just attached to his house. So you see two guards guarding the entrance to one of the doors, and you head up to them. What do you say?
Good morning. It's morning, not this.
Dusk. So it's late.
Good day to you. I'm here to visit the mayor.
So one of the guards pipes up and he says, "Sorry, mayor's busy. Plus, he only sees visitors in the daytime. Maybe come back tomorrow."
I'm afraid this is a bit urgent, and I'll show him the paper.
What's your business?
Monster attacks.
Do you say that in character?
Oh yeah, I would say that, that I'm afraid I'm not I don't have time to wait, and I'll show him the paper.
Okay. So he looks at the paper. He's like, emissary of Adna, eh? So again, I ask you, what's your business here?
Well, I'm here to spread some informations. More likely to inform your mayor of some important stuff that he needs to be informed. I'm afraid I will not be able to share it with you as it is a bit confidential.
All right. Roll for persuasion and see if you can convince him to let you pass.
Guidance?
Yeah.
11.
Let's see what he gets. 11.
Oh.
He's not entirely convinced. He does believe he says he believes, yes, you're an emissary, but right now it's still too late. He can't let you in, but he will definitely mention it to the mayor when he is done his meeting tonight, and possibly he will see you first thing tomorrow morning.
Alright. Be sure to. I will address you where he might see me and my
Oh.
companions in
Okay.
case I'm not there.
So what do you tell him you'll meet him at?
Well, I'll tell him that I will send someone or I'll come personally to tell him where and when he may.
All right, so you just let them know where you're staying, and then they'll
Yeah.
contact you if they can. All right, sounds good.
And I'll return to check out if how others are progressing.
So the others, like Morgak and Oust, or
On the injured, on the
oh, okay.
Zert.
So if you want, you can ask around and see where they might have put them.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So we'll say that you ask around a couple doctors. You don't see the doctor that originally helped you guys, but you see a couple nurses and orderlies, and they
Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss the lizard guy and the orc.
Yeah. So they point you in the direction of what they basically call triage. So there's a bunch of people on the ground in beds, covered up. And you find Zeratis. He's still unconscious. He doesn't have any of his armor on. He's been stripped of that. He's just wearing his like a shirt and some just regular leather pants. He looks very badly beaten, and there's a lot of like red splotches all over his shirt and pants. So it looks like his injuries are pretty severe still. And the nurses are going back up and down, just kind of like taking care of everyone as best they can, but there's a lot of injured people. So, and as for Morgak's wife, her skin is looking very gray right now. And she's still not conscious.
Yeah, that's nothing new to see. I'll go search for the others, for the oust and...
Okay. So what were you guys doing while Hivsam was wandering about?
I'm just kind of resting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just like wandering about the shops as they close and just waiting for Hivsam to finish up whatever he was doing?
Yeah. Not sure about Morgak, though.
Yeah, what were you up to, Morgak? Were you just following Hivsam the whole time, or...?
Nah, because he doesn't want to get arrested when that hits, so... I'm gonna say Morgak found somewhere to rest for a bit, or if he was allowed, he would stay with Shankar, but he probably would get kicked.
No, they seem to be pretty accommodating. You're not getting any sneers or glances at all. They seem to be fairly okay with you being around.
Okay, Morgak's just gonna stay with Shankar then.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, is there any postal service like that one in the Devonport?
Roll for perception and see if you can find maybe a post office.
Bloody roll.
From what you can tell,
That's
this
pretty
place
average.
is more or less just a trading post area. They don't really have the types of things a city would have in regards to those types of facilities. The town's a little too small for that.
Okay. Well then, it's still not dark, right?
It's
It's
getting
not at
darker.
night.
It's almost nighttime now. Yeah.
Alright, I'll go a little bit out of the city and try again to, like, contact the support service for the last time, and then, if nothing happens, go to sleep back.
Okay.
All right. Search for an inn then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Okay. So, to save a bit of time, we'll say that you look around and you've managed to find a tavern attached to an inn called the Bloody Rabbit Stump. So, you just...
Quaint.
Yeah. So it just has like a picture of like a rabbit with no legs and blood kind of spurting out the bottom.
Oh, no lucky rabbit feet for that one.
Poor Bambi's friend.
Yeah.
It wants revenge.
Yeah.
When we least expect it, it's gonna be there.
So we'll say you guys enter into the tavern and you see a couple individuals just sitting down and having some drinks. You see two dwarves off to the side kind of having like a drinking competition of their own. They seem to have at least, I'd say about 9 steins between the two of them already. And it shows no sign of really slowing down between the two of them.
Is Morgak with us now, or is he still with?
He's still with Shenkar, his wife.
Yeah.
Bloody dwarves.
Unless you want to like head to bed, Morgak, and get some rest.
If he's allowed to sleep there, he doesn't mind. He's slept in worse conditions.
Oh, they said unfortunately they can't let him sleep there. They need the room for other patients or any other injured that may come in.
He means on the floor.
Oh yeah. Like they
Like,
won't let him. They won't let him sleep in the hospice just because of that reason. They need the room for injured people, especially especially since they're this busy. But they said you could come back first thing tomorrow morning to check up on her.
Alright. Morgak begrudgingly leaves
Okay.
and probably finds his way to the bar.
Yeah, that seems like a logical place to be. So you enter the bar too, Morgak, and you kind of see like Hivsam and Oust kind of like chilling in the corner for now.
Hey bartender, 1 ale of everything but grog for me.
1 round of everything but grog?
Anything.
Anything. Okay.
Yeah.
He brings you the most expensive ale.
He brings you a stein of dwarven ale. And sets it down in front of you with a loud clunk and says, "This is the finest ale we have here. Enjoy."
Thank you. And I'll pass him the coin.
Okay. So that was 10 gold pieces.
Yep, I'll take it from Morgak and pass it to the...
Okay.
You can smell the alcohol from it from here.
Yeah, it's like a 5-10 foot radius. You can smell how strong that booze is. It's pretty big. Drink enough of that, you're gonna have to make con saves all night.
Nah, just one.
Well, I don't need my liver anyway.
Did you want dwarven ale too, Oust?
Nah, I'll be fine for now. Morgak, though, you want some?
It's a miracle he didn't fall asleep because he's too exhausted.
I know.
Morgak's just kind of sitting, like, slumped back in the chair, just chilling.
Come
He's
on,
not
buddy.
really saying much.
He's just kind of petting her.
Yeah. The barmaid comes over to you, Morgak, and asks if there's anything you want.
No.
A healthy wife.
Okay.
I do not say that. I do not say that.
You would have gotten struck through the door.
No, I'd be dead.
Yeah, you would be.
Long dead.
You wouldn't make it through the door. The door would just like slam shut on your face as you crushed into it. Like an accordion.
Yeah.
So yeah, the barmaid just nods and moves off to take care of the other patrons.
Alright, folks, I suppose we should be resting because each one of us looks like shit. Oh, by the way, where is Zelis?
Zalis.
Dallas.
Are you sure you're not already drunk?
I might be.
It hits him fast.
We'll say last you saw she was still with Zeratus, but you're not sure where she is right now.
If I got kicked out, she probably would have gotten kicked out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a rogue though. She could be hiding in the rafters or something.
Someone should go look for her.
Oh.
I'm really not feeling that right now.
She can do what she wants. I don't care.
I'll go then, you lazy cunt. And I'll down the rest of the beer in ale.
Alright. Make a con save for me, Sam. I want to see how drunk you got off that.
Immediately unconscious.
That would be great.
As a stump.
Oh,
Oh!
yeah, you did not expect that to hit you so soon. You are stumbling all over the place right now.
Bloody the braille.
That is the best beer you've probably ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the last couple months.
Yes.
He's gonna be feeling that in the morning. Okay. Go
And
to
I'll
room.
stumble around the streets and yell, Zalis!
Stella! Tear your shirt
Where
open.
are you lizard?
Hey, you stupid lizard bitch. Come
Come
on
in,
and face
friend.
me.
Hastur!
Wingman, where'd you go?
So what do you do, Oust? Are you just gonna go to bed, or are you gonna try and prevent Hivsham from being beaten for yelling in the middle of the night?
I just kind of narrow my eyes at him, mumble cabbages, and don't do anything whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm selling cabbages cheap.
Hey, pretty lady, you want some cabbages?
Oh, dear.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Ugh.
Right now, Hivsam, I want you to roll a. Well, I want to have fun with this. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
God.
Okay,
Oh God.
perfect. So
Just remember, last time this happened, he got
I know.
kidnapped.
That's the first thing that came onto my mind.
Oh, this is good.
out
Let's
of the
see.
corner of your eye, you can hear the yelling. So we'll say you go to the window of the tavern, and you see you see Hivsam at the fountain of the town center, yelling at the statue, calling him a bitch, and to fight him. Just bring it.
Just, what? Who's the statue of?
So the statue, you're not entirely sure who the individual is. To be honest, you're not familiar with these parts, but it is a dwarf. And you also see Hivsam readying an Eldritch Blast in both his hands.
Eagerly.
Eagerly.
I'm gonna blast your ugly dwarven head
Okay.
Do you want to do anything or see how this pans
to a
out?
pulp. And I'll stumble and try
Okay.
to, hold on one
Okay.
leg while channeling the
I
blast.
have a really terrible idea of casting minor illusion to make an image of Hastor appear in front of him and just shaking his head. Like a really terrible idea of doing that.
Okay, do you want to do that before he fires off his Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So, Hifsam, I want you to make a... What would that be? What DC would he have to roll against that?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Because you for sure have disadvantage because you're drunk as hell. So... illusion can't...
Investigation. Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay, make an intelligence saving... Or investigation. Yeah, saving throw against it. What's your DC, Oust?
16.
Alright.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Hastur! Wait a minute. This is no Hastur. Some magics, and I'll fall to the ground.
Okay. So you see the Eldritch Blast dissipate from Hifsam's hands, and he just kind of looks quizzically at the dwarven thing, points to it, mumbles something, and then he just falls straight backwards onto his back, passed out.
I just sigh and ask Morgak to help me bring him to the room.
Alright. Morgak grits up, he just grunts and he's tired. He goes and he just drags him inside.
Yeah, so you drag him by the scruff of his hood on his cloak. And
Dwarves.
No, he's in bed and asleep. I'm tempted to do something rude. I ask Morgak if I should.
Do what?
I'm tempted to just cut his hair, like, straight off.
In our culture, that's the greatest insult you can give to another. Nah, I'm kidding.
Think we should do it.
You want to shave his head?
You can, but I'm going to bed.
Okay. Alright, so Morgak goes to bed. Do you want to shave his head, Oust?
Yep. Really uneven, too, like, only half of it.
Alright. So, we'll say that you managed to get some shears from a person and like a little shaving sort of kit. And
I take it from my healer's kit.
Healer's kit, yeah. So you got
herbalism. Yeah, herbalism kit. Take it from that. And just do a few snips, and then put it back.
All right. So there's bald spots all over his head now. Just like haphazardly chunked out.
All right. Look to Morgak and say, if he asks, he got up to some really weird stuff last night.
Morgak thumbs up while he's passed out.
Just like thump on the bed.
All right, I'm going to sleep.
All right. So we'll say that you guys get a nice long rest. No bad dreams.
Keywords. Yes.
No bad dreams. You're good.
Full HP. And spells.
Full HP. Full spells.
Raise those sorcery points.
You can hear those birds chirping in the background as you guys slowly wake up from your slumber. Morgak.
And when I wake up...
I was gonna say, if Sam, your thumb's in your mouth, and you kind of like pop it out, looking at quizzically, and you're like, all right, that's gross.
Okay, so I'll just go for the head and like being hangover, like bloody, and by going upside, I would see that there is no hair. And just imagine that moment when he freezes his face and like, what is this?
You run your hand through your hair, it's just rubbing it, and just like splot empty like bald spots all over your head.
You can see him most pale than ever before, and he would, quizzically look around and search for some mirror or something.
Okay, so we'll say that there's like a hand mirror next to the mantle of the bed.
And I would look at it and, like, this is not happening, I'm still, like, hangover. And I would use prestidigitation to clear the mirror, slap himself twice and look again.
Nope, yep, it's definitely real.
And you would hear minor illusion in Hansen screaming. And after that, he would just go around, who did this? I will find him and I'll burn him and his family and his ancestors and everything. and I would look around if to at Taust and Morgak to see if they knew.
Okay. We'll say Morgak and Oust are waking up slowly. Oust, I'm gonna make you do a deception roll.
All right.
And then I think the opposite of that would be investigation for Sam.
I think so.
Yes. Okay. Beat a
Oh.
21. Nope.
Guidance.
Okay. So.
No, that's broken.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Does he get
Oh.
disadvantage for being hungover?
No.
Well.
Yeah, so.
Oh, similar.
Yeah, you're good. Like you rolled a 21 versus a 9 deception. So Oust can't help yourself.
I'm just
starts
laughing
so hard as you see his face look in the mirror and like his eyes narrow at you and you're just like, oh fuck.
Alright, buddy. So far you didn't screw me up, but so I'll be gentle to you and nice. Alright, who did this?
So Oust is laughing out loud right now.
Man, you were about to destroy a statue outside the inn.
And I don't remember statues being able to cut my hair.
No, you see, it was a dwarvish statue. And you really pissed off some of the dwarves when you were literally shouting obscenities at it, you see. Oh my god. And when you fell unconscious, right before you were about to destroy it, mind you, they didn't take kindly to anything you did. And now, I didn't do it, but I didn't say no to offering them some shears to do it. I didn't do it myself, but I'm gonna admit to enabling it. I'm sorry.
That still counts as deception, so I'm gonna have to get you to roll again.
Alright.
All right, and Sam. Okay. So
Wait,
yeah,
that's not an insight?
yeah, investigation, not insight, not investigation. Sorry. Yeah, I'll get you to do insight instead, Sam.
Same.
Okay, same. Okay, so yeah, you believe that like even though Oust didn't stop them from using the shears on you, so you believe that there were some angry dwarves that probably messed up your hair.
Alright. So this town is going to burn now. But first I'm gonna find out who sheared me, and then some terrible things are going to happen. Then this town will burn. Now please can you point me to these fellows or gentlemen that did this to me, please?
Honestly, I have no clue where they went.
But you know how they look like, and you're going with me now. And first you will help me to shear the rest of this hair. I don't want to look like...
If we can find them, sure. I have no idea where they are, though.
Well, the day is long.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hand him the shears,
Okay.
herbalism kit, and say if he can find them, he can... And then
Oh,
I'm
you
going to
bet.
say it's, ginger with a braided beard.
Okay.
Surprisingly thin for a dwarf. Yeah.
Missing an eye,
No,
one peg legged.
no,
He had
actually,
an R.
he's
in his
missing
name.
his pinky. So, if you
You'll
can
be
find them.
looking... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You're going with me. This is getting personal. You will maybe get some reward.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you'll be looking for the man with the two right hands.
Two
All right.
right hands, yeah.
Before that,
Sure.
though, we need to check up on Zertison,
Oh yeah,
Jack's
right.
wife.
And
In the meantime, though, I'm gonna just cast minor illusion on his hair.
Okay.
I'll hold a silent image.
Silent image, yeah. All right. So
All right.
it looks like your hair is a shimmering red now, as opposed to just like wispy, regular, natural hair. So as you're walking, it kind of like it looks
Jitters.
it looks very stiff, but it glimmers in the sunlight.
Oh, it looks kind of nice, actually.
I would look him dead in the eye.
Maybe you
And
should
then,
get a hat.
and then at the Morgak.
It's a good suggestion. Hats are cool.
I agree with Morgak.
And I would just continue walking like really
You,
grumpy.
you hear the sheep pipe up. Ner. It's almost like
Alright, buddy, now I know how you feel when they shear you.
Okay.
The moment Hivsham exits the room, I turn to Morgak and just grin.
What? You should get a hat. Right? Not just me.
I just burst out laughing after that.
So-
Okay.
You guys head back to the hospice, and you enter in, and you see that there is unfortunately more people there, but you also see that there's a bunch of orderlies taking bodies of people out the back. So it looks like quite a number of them have passed since last night.
What do the injuries look like? Is there any specific sort of telling marks as to what did this, or?
Well, roll for this time. I guess it would be investigation to see if you can kind of determine the injuries that these people have suffered.
All right. Oh.
All right. So
Nice.
outside the obvious, missing limbs and such, you do see a lot of people with crazed looks in their eyes and just like murmuring to themselves.
I would approach one of them
Okay.
and try to
Man in
look
yellow.
like,
The man in yellow.
So
Ugh.
what are you trying to do, Hifsam?
first just to listen to what they speak and then ask them something about what they saw. And
So it's mostly incoherent gibberish. It's just a bunch of strings of words that normally make sense in any other sentence, but it's like they're talking about like man in a mask and the tentacles are long and writhing and they get into your brain. All they do is get into your brain, and you can see the person just kind of like eyes are shifting back and forth wildly as he's just kind of like rocking. He's holding like a stump of his hand just as he's just kind of like talking to himself.
yep, I know the symptoms of this one. And yeah, I would ask him, excuse me, sir, do you see a yellow
Yellow cloak,
color?
yellow collar.
Hmm.
No, he's not really paying attention to you at all. He's just continuing on with his gibberish and just keep talking in a loop, the same stuff over and over again. The tentacles
Yeah,
in the
well-
head, the brain.
Yeah, I'll just send him the Hastur symbol into his head, like just a faint picture.
Oh no.
Okay. So as you do that, his eyes stop darting and look straight at you. And his mouth kind of like opens and he makes like a growling sort of guttural sound. It's like,
I will
and
take a
then
full
his eyes
sprint out
roll
of the.
back into his head and he stops moving.
I would run away from him.
As in not breathing as well, or?
Well, you could check for a pulse if you want to get closer.
No can do.
Let's not.
Okay.
Does he
I would
like-
tell to the others what I found out,
Okay.
and I would tell them not to try anything similar, like drawing a Hastur sign or anything, but really silently.
That might be a safe bet.
Yeah. Alright, Zertus.
Okay. So Zeratis, you go to where he is, and it looks like they've patched him up pretty good. From what you could tell, he's still breathing. But that's at most you could tell without like a medicine check or anything.
Hmm.
Or
Should
talking
I-
to one of the clerics if you want to do that.
Is Zalus here as well, or?
You don't see her, no.
Morgak looks up. Is she in the rafters?
There's no one in the rafters, no.
That's just what she wants you to think.
Yeah.
And she is stealthy. I can't even see her up there.
She must be pretty good at what she does.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Morgak's wife.
So you go over to Morgak's wife, and her cot is empty.
Morgak instantly just like panics.
What do you want to do? Do you want to like grab someone and figure out where she went, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So
Alright.
you grab one of the clerics or the doctors, and you point to her cot, and he's just like, who are you? Who was supposed to be with you? He's kind of like looking at a chart of parchment paper. He wants to get your name.
I'm Morgak. I'm looking for the orc woman. She was dropped off yesterday.
Orc woman. And he just kind of like flips through some parchment paper. He's like, yes, they just moved her, actually. She's over there. And he points to another part of the hospice.
What part of the hospital is that?
Morgak just lets him go
Sure. Yeah.
and walks over there.
I ask him if there's anything particular about that part of the hospice.
He just kind of looks at you, looks down on the paper, and he's like, more or less just to make them comfortable. And he starts to walk off.
We'll follow Morgak.
Morgak already walked away when he heard, she's over there.
He's already over with his wife's side right now.
Alice just kind of pales.
Yeah. She is actually awake now, a little bit groggy, but her skin is still very gray right now.
Yeah. All right.
Morgak approaches.
Okay.
And I do not approach.
Okay. So, she doesn't know Common. She only speaks in Orcish, so unless you guys know Orcish, you're probably not going to understand what she's saying. But
Nope.
She basically just greets you as husband, and holds out her hand.
Morgak takes it.
Yeah. And she draws you in close, and she says, I know much of what has happened to you, but you must know this. Our son is in grave danger. He's been sold into slavery by Dagon Vor as punishment for your deeds against him. You must travel to... And then she kind of just trails off a little bit. And she comes back. She's like, travel to... And she just kind of coughs a little. You have to go to the village of... And she just kind of rubs her head. She's like, she can't remember what she was trying to say. And then she kind of looks up at you, and she's like, husband, and holds out her hand again to you. And she says,
Morgak's still holding that hand, just listening.
Yeah. And she says, don't let it take me. What you gave me, don't let it take me.
It won't.
And then she just kind of
I will get her son back, don't worry. But he's saying this in orc.
Yeah. And she just kind of like rubs her hand on the side of your face and says, I love you. And then she just puts her hand down and rests.
Morgak just kisses her forehead and just, stays for a minute or so and gets up and walks back to.
Mm-hmm.
Any good news, buddy?
I don't know. We need to get my son back.
Your son?
He's in a dwarven village. He got sold off as a slave.
Well,
All right.
nasty.
Do you have the name of the village or anything to go on?
Not really. She didn't remember much, but I mean, we'll look.
Well, yeah, this is a trade outpost. Maybe we can find a person who sells slaves. Oh, by the way, I need to visit the mayor. And slap his head and go to the mayor.
just run off. It's like, oh shit, I forgot something.
Yeah, that.
I just kind of look after him, kind of open mouthed. Well, I guess he's got his priorities, right? I'm going to a healer and asking about Zeratis, his condition and everything.
All right. So we'll say you flag down another healer, and he says Zeratis is recovering from his wounds, but it's going to be a slow recovery for him. Right now, they don't have the resources that they're going to need to sustain a lot of these people, so they're going to have some problems later on if they don't get their medical supplies back up.
What do they need?
Just basically like any form of medical supplies you can get, like gauze and bandages and slings and cots and even like people who want to like donate their blood, they can use that.
Morgan cut his arm.
Also possibly finding more healers that are around town that would be willing to help pro bono because they don't have the money to pay everybody. And some doctors have already ended up leaving because of that.
How much money?
They said like at most they would need like 500 gold, and they could save a lot more lives because they could hire more people just to keep on and keep the doctors from, leaving.
One guy drops 500 gold coins into his hand.
And he looks up at you with complete surprise in his face, and he's just like shaking your gigantic hand as quickly as he can. He's like thanking you so much.
There's a catch.
And he calls over a couple.
Oh, come on, I want to tell him something.
What's that?
I tell him there's a catch.
Oh, and he goes like, what? What's the catch?
You keep the orc woman in the other room alive till I get back.
And he says, we will definitely try our very best to keep your wife alive. Thank you, sir.
Don't try. Do it.
Okay. He looks at you a little squeamishly. He's like, yes.
And
yes,
no
we
word
will.
of Zertus.
Orc nods and walks away.
Yeah. And Zeratis is recovering slowly, but he's not completely recovered from what has happened yet.
All right.
See, I can be nice.
Yeah.
Just not often.
Nice engine of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh god, I just noticed in the check orc man.
Orcman.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn it, her soon.
Okay.
Flexible word.
You can hear Ed Sheeran playing in the background.
Yes. Okay.
So where do you guys want to head now?
Mayors.
The mayor's. Okay. So back to the mayor's place. You see two different guards now, and they hold up their hands in front of you and ask you what your business.
I've been yesterday and I appointed the visit to the mayor. I'm the emissary of the Kingdom of Fadnil. Again, show them the paper.
Okay. So we'll see how smart these guys are.
Intelligence 1. Barely breathing.
Barely breathing. I don't think they'd be that dumb, but we'll see. So the first guard passes. Well, doesn't pass. Second guard definitely doesn't pass. So yeah, they believe you. And one of the guards goes inside. And a couple minutes pass. Comes back. And he escorts you inside the house to the mayor's office. So,
Right.
you go up to the mayor's office, and as you're going up these stairs, you see portraits of previous mayors that have held the title of Battleford Mayor. And with the exception of like maybe one or two portraits, majority of them are dwarf.
Oh dear. And I will get slightly, scratch, his head would ditch by seeing the, from...
Yeah. So we'll say you get into the office, and in front of you is a very portly dwarven fellow. Most of
By
his...
chance, is he missing a pinky?
No, he's not.
Ah,
He's got shaved head, completely shaved, bald, and the only facial hair he has is a red braided sort of beard down the center of his chin. Everything else is clean shaven,
At
and his
least it's
eyes are
not
like a
orange.
stone blue color. And he greets you from the desk. He's like, "Welcome. How may I help you?"
Greetings, sir. I am the. I have some information to tell you that are somewhat of a confidential nature. So I would require to ask you if there is any possibility that we may speak on our own with no other ears to hear us.
So he just kind of nods at that and looks at the two guards. He's like, "If your friends would like to wait outside, we may discuss matters."
Of course.
Okay. So
Alright.
the guards escort Oust and Morgak out of the room, and you guys can talk.
Alright, sir. Truth to be told, we told your guards that we are the emissaries of the Anil, but in fact we are not. We were. We are traveling adventurers of a sort, let's call it like that, and we were present at the events that might have changed some things around here 2 weeks earlier, and I will tell you everything you should be knowing so far, and we would ask you some stuff of you to tell us. Alright, so I would tell you this on a special way, so be prepared to see some, disturbing slightly stuff. Are you willing to participate in this?
What exactly do you have in mind?
Some sort of telepathy. More like I will send you some images and events.
Very well, let's give this a shot. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen?
I. Alright. And I will send him everything we know about the Blighted, the, last battle, and basically everything that he should be knowing of. The Hastur, the.
Yeah.
Not just Kronox, and just not let him know about the Kronox and the Dagon War. Just everything else he should see.
Oh, just about Hastur and his monsters. And
No,
stuff.
Hastur, just see the portal and then blackout.
Okay.
And I'll tell him that I don't remember other stuff.
Okay. So, he kind of shakes his head a bit. It looks like it didn't have a negative effect on him so much. And he stands up, and he approaches you with his hands kind of like folded behind his back. He kind of like walks around you, looks you up and down. And he's like, "I think I know you, boy. Did your parents live around this area?"
Parents? I'm sorry, I don't remember much about my past. It's all blurry.
Interesting. Well, regardless of what happened, I think I could probably help you. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, at first we would need some information about what happened to all these people. Are they injured by monsters? I suppose it's the consequences of what we saw, but we're not given any more information. So a little bit of interlude to us would be good.
Well, the most I can tell you is a majority of these people haven't come from our area, mostly from Arethel, and they were travelers. They were brought here on caravans. Apparently, a lot of these caravans are being attacked around the area by these monstrosities. They fly, they send illusions and monsters towards people and just make a whole mess of things. I've seen brother attack brothers, sister attack mother in these things, and most of these injuries are superficial, but a lot of them that we've been getting so far have been far worse. And I gotta tell you, these creatures, they don't let you kill them. They let you kill each other. It seems like they take great joy in messing with people's minds, but I'm far more stoic than that. Us hardy dwarves have no possible reason to fear these monsters. They will meet our steel and our fire from our siege weapons if they dare come to our town. We will blow them out of the sky. And he kind of slams his fist on the side of his desk as he says that.
Yes, sir. I understand your martial might, but do you have any information about the Elvish Kingdom? I mean, Elvish Empire. Are there any news about the recent event?
Well, sir, I haven't heard too much outside the skirmishes that have been happening on the outskirts of some of the cities. But I do know that wherever that originated from, no one has been to since. That place is a war zone. We avoid that at all costs. In fact, trading seems to have ceased as of late because of this.
Oh. And
we haven't received a lot of shipments from the Elvish Kingdom. They kind of are dealing with their thing right now.
So, is there any, like... You probably do have those magic postal offices around the kingdom, right?
Magic post offices? Ah, son, we use griffins here. All natural, purebred. Much faster than whatever magic they seem to use. It's a complete waste of time, in my opinion.
Yeah, so... Anyway, is there any of those regular offices that we may encounter as we need to get to know more about these events?
Well, if you're looking for a way to get a message across, we could probably help you with that. Let me think. He just kind of like grabs his beard and kind of like pulls on a little bit. He's like, I think the Griffin post office that we have in the local area in the center of the town might be of help to you. Failing that, there's also use of the runestone teleportation devices that we have.
Oh, I'm interested in that.
They're pretty useful. I mean, they can only transport something as big as like maybe your fist, but it goes quite long distances, and there's hubs all over our kingdom for that.
Well, that is beautiful. Alright, thank you for the information. I also... Oh yes, by the way, do you know any, some sort of, how do you put it? Some sort of slave traders we've heard about in these areas?
Well, actually, sir, there's plenty of slave trade going on in this area. That's basically the lifeblood of this town. If we didn't have slave trading, we'd be in a big pickle, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, and where would be the hub of that trade?
Well, it just so happens there's a market open up today in the morning. They usually start trading at around noon. They have a whole platform set up. I heard there's some very interesting wares on for sale there. You can talk to Baron von Bismarck. He's the slave master.
Alright, we'll ask that, sir. Baron. Alright. I am grateful for all of this information. I would need to ask you to send some messages into the Elvish Kingdom, and if you are, since you are the person of the authority, you may get some more information about these events, and I would be grateful if you can send them to us via these teleportation rune stones.
Well, there's a problem with the rune stones. They only are in the dwarvish cities. Those are what we use for personal. If you want to get a message across or figure out what the heck's going on out there, I suggest maybe hiring a griffin rider and he can check for you.
Oh, that can be truthful. Alright. You have in this town here griffin riders, right?
Of course, they're the ones that deliver the mail to outside countries.
Alright, thank you. You can point me out to that place, would you?
Sure, no problem. Tell you what, I'll just draw you a little quick map here. He gets out like a piece of paper and he writes down the name of it in Dwarvish, and he writes you a little map, circles one spot of the map, and then dots the other. And he points to where the circle is, like, this is where we are, and this is where the Griffin shop is.
Alright. I'm very thankful to you, and please take care of these eldritch abominations. They can be pretty dangerous from my companions' experience.
Oh, we will have no problem with that. We've got some contingency plans in the works right now. They wouldn't dare coming into our mountains.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you, sir, kindly. And good luck with this mess of the problem. And I would leave the building.
He gives you a swift pat on the back, and you just kind of like stumble forward a bit as you leave.
Okay. And I would tell everything to the others, and I would tell them to go to the slave market. I mean, I will go with them.
Okay. Sounds good. Is there anything Morgak and Oust want to do before they head over there?
I don't really have much to say now.
No? Okay. So, we'll say that you guys head to the slave market.
Oh, joy.
You see a gentleman in a dark hood presenting a very large minotaur to the crowd that's right in front of him.
Ooh, how much for the minotaur?
You can see the 3 guards pulling chains back on this thing, just trying to keep it in range so he can sell this to the populace below. Next to him, you see a guard with a crossbow readying it just in case the minotaur gets loose. And there's a couple other guards that are around that area as well. Just kind of keeping an eye on the crowd, making sure things don't go too crazy. And you can see the gentleman in the black cloak start auctioning off the minotaur, praising his prowess and his strength, and how the fact that he would make an excellent barbarian slave, or possibly someone who would fight in a arena for glory and death and blood. And he starts the bidding off at 1,000 gold pieces.
And I would jump around Morgak and say, Morgak, I always wanted a minotaur. Please, 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 please.
Morgak just looks him down in the eyes, just like angry expression, just like no.
Dude, a fucking minotaur. How cool can that be? Look at that.
You can kill him in 2 swings.
Well, yeah, but one more person to fight alongside us. Come on, why not? I offer 1,500.
We're not using our gold for that.
So,
Shut up.
Or not.
So the black hooded gentleman points to you, Sam, is like, 1,500 gold. Do I hear 2,000? 2,000. And another guy holds up his hand. He's like, 2,500. It's like 2,500 gold pieces. Do I hear 3,000? 3,000.
We're not that rich.
I was gonna say, you want to keep betting her. All right. So.
And that would be sad, really, because not getting minotaur.
Yeah. So the betting continues until you see a dwarven, a well-armored dwarven man with what looks to be his friend, dressed in white cloak, buy the minotaur for about 5,500 gold pieces. And
That's
then
a lot of gold.
Yeah.
One day we will have money to buy 10 minotaurs. I promise you.
You see the 3 guards start yanking back on the chains, and the paladin dwarf and his white cloaked friend go around the side of the building to collect their slave. And he continues on and is like, all right, now that we've got Tark out of the way, how about we see another one of our newly found slaves here? And he carts up 2 individuals. One of them is a what looks to be a drow, who's kind of like squinting in the sun because it's very sensitive. It can't really see. And then the other one has very shaggy black hair. Looks like he's been beaten pretty badly. Long black beard. Older gentleman. He's probably maybe around like, I don't know, I'd say 45 or so. And the slave master says these individuals were caught trying to escape a arena recently, but they were found and recaptured. and now they're going to repay their debts through slavery.
Ooh,
These two don't
that
look
is.
familiar at all, do they?
You can roll
Yeah,
for
I know who
perception
they are.
and see.
Okay.
I know who they are.
Oh,
Heaven blast me and kill me. That must be.
Wow, okay, we did pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
that's
So-
nice.
The drow you don't really recognize. You may have seen him in one of the jails at that arena prison. The other one kind of looks like your dad, Oust.
Oh, now you want to spend money.
Who said anything about money?
All right. So the black hooded figure starts the bidding at 500 gold pieces for the drow, and it goes to 1,000, and it goes to about 1,500, and he sells for 1,500 to a what looks to be like this very like fancy looking wizard in a blue cloak and wand. So he goes around the side and picks up his slave. And the bidding for the human starts at 250, who may or may not be your father.
Well,
I'd like to insight the DM.
Insight me.
yes.
My rolls are going to be D20 plus 20, sir. Just
Ah,
you
shit.
try.
Yeah, watch as you nat one.
But can you still beat a 21?
No, I can't, but honestly, it's worth a shot.
If you want to do insight, you can.
Beat this.
Oh no. That's really low on a D1000, dude. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah.
That's like
Whoa.
a 2 on a D10. It's less than that.
Mhm.
Not bad, to be honest. I expected less than 100.
Well,
Well-
Organic's holding on to his money for. Actually,
You
he's
guys-
gonna say to your. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say Oust, if it is your father, I'll give you advantage on insight check to see.
all right.
And I'll use guidance.
I don't think I need
I don't
that.
think he needs that. No. Yeah, that definitely looks like your dad.
That's my dad.
The
Oh, we
bidding
don't
has gone up
want
to
a Minotaur.
500 now, by the way. 500 gold pieces for him.
Whatever you want. We're bankrupt already. What's the worst that can happen?
All right.
You can always pay in favors. You think they take that?
No, I think they would probably pay favors if the bank did by now.
All right. Okay. How much gold do we have anyway?
Are you talking to the bank or are you talking to?
To the Morgak.
To the Morgak, who is the bank.
I have 1,151 gold on us plus. Where is it? One sec. Sorry.
He's got solid gold, too. I believe.
1,650 worth of gold in gold bricks. So overall, we have around 2,700 plus 102 copper pieces and various items we could trade.
Betting has gone to 750 gold.
That's a lot of money. And
I'm
the
tempted
money we
to do
probably have in
something.
bank.
I'm tempted to do something. I
Or
could
we
shout
can-
out a requisition to speak with him.
Yeah, and that fat guy kills you. He looks like a mage.
He kinda does.
This is a civil area. I doubt they do that.
Yeah.
They want to sell and, get money, not stir the crowd into a riot.
Yeah. Alright. What's the betting at right now?
I'm going to say it's at 850 now.
That's a lot for a human.
Yeah.
I have a crazy idea.
What's that?
How about we start a riot by me sending insane messages to their heads, to the crowds.
Could do that.
Like they are trying to rob them of their money for this lowly peasant.
Give it a go.
Sure, look at him. He doesn't even look that strong.
Okay, I'll try that.
Alright. He tries that. What is that? Persuasion? Something?
Well, I thought you were. Are you casting a spell, or are you trying to incite a riot
I
through
think-
persuasion?
No, I'm using, well, technically that is not spell, but probably lore it is. I have, how do you call it? The feed that I can like send mental images to the others.
Okay, so what mental
It-
images are you sending? Like,
That this guy is trying to rob them off by selling them low quality wares.
okay, I'm gonna make you roll a flat d20, and I'm gonna see if you can beat what the crowd rolls.
Go ahead and give yourself that boost.
Ooh.
Hey, use that 1d4. Oh.
Alright. So we'll say that quite a few patrons start yelling at the hooded figure, and they're just like, "You're trying to cheat us out of this money. Like, this guy isn't even worth 600 gold pieces." And the guy's arguing back. He's just like, "You're the ones who are betting for this, so if you don't want him, you could shut up." And they're just kind of arguing back and forth. And
100 gold.
the 100 gold.
Yeah.
The hooded figure says, "Betting is at 850 right now, not 100. You bet higher than 850. Do I hear 950? 950.
850
No, I said
and a
100.
copper piece. No, not
And a copper. And I would try like to send to the other people that they are seeing that this is ridiculous.
We'll say that it's still having the same effect. It's the crowd's kind of like arguing with him that it's a ripoff, but right now he's still got the interested party that wants Ausfather. So the betting
Who's
has
the
stopped.
interested party?
So the betting is stopped at 850. The interested party, you can see like a hooded figure, but you can't make it out who it is. Looks like someone with a slender build, but they're wearing like a cloak, and you can't make out who the person is. They've made their way around the side of the building to collect their slave.
Okay, I will tell Aust to like try collectively to make some illusion that there are like monsters that interrupted them in selling and make a chaos. I'll
Okay.
use the major image and he will try with minor illusion.
Alright, hold on. Let me see what spells I have.
Why it doesn't work? Bloody hell.
I have a really dumb idea.
What might that be?
Well, I did get a new
It's
spell.
not working. No, I have a major image, but it won't pop out.
Oh, that's weird.
Really weird.
Alright,
This works,
that works. Weird.
but this doesn't.
Okay, so vicious mockery.
No, he's
No,
just testing to
major-
see if things
Oh
work.
yeah, gotcha.
Let me see.
This makes you can see in my character sheet that I have major image. But for some reason it won't work.
So you're trying to do sickening radius. You want to fire that off into the crowd?
No, he's trying to do major
Major image.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just being finicky for some reason.
I'll refresh the page. Just.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can pull it up. 'cause
Oh,
don't have
I see,
access to
I
it.
see.
Is it gonna work now?
No, there is. It asks me what level I want to end. It overlapped. Just a second. I got it fixed.
Okay, cool.
Come on. bloody internet.
Oofta.
It's screwing with me.
Well, let me see if I can pull it up and help you out here.
Yeah, sure.
So, major illusion, you said, right?
Yes, that is what
Major
it said.
image.
Major image.
You have,
What caster level do you want to set it at?
well, always have the level 4.
Yeah, that's the highest you'll probably be able to throw it at anyway. Okay. Major image at level 4.
It's nothing special, I think.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. So where are you setting the image?
Okay, I want to look like some monster unchained from him and starts roaring.
Wait,
and spewing
hold on,
flames.
hold on. Is the dude with the Minotaur still somewhere near?
Not that you could see. No, it looks like they've collected their slave and they've left.
Is there another monster anywhere near us?
Roll for perception, see if you can see something.
Because if there is, I have a slightly better idea.
Do you still want to fire off your spell, or do you want to wait, Sam?
Let me just check to see
I'll
if there's
wait
one
a-
out here, because if there is, then I can use suggestion on the person holding back the monster to actually
yeah,
let them
yeah.
loose.
Okay.
Do it.
If I can find him, mind you. 16?
So you look off to the right, and you can kind of make off another cage with a very large-looking wolf inside of it. And there's a guard next to it, but it's not chained. It's in a cage.
Chances are the guard has the key.
Okay, I'll cast it anyway that some dragon-ish creature appears above them and starts spewing flames, and tell Aus to go for his plan.
Alright, I'm gonna cast suggestion on the guard to try and open the cage.
Alright, so first I'll do Sam's thing. You cast it next to the Slave Master guy, like on the platform, or?
Above him, like in the sky, like it
Oh,
appears.
just like flying, okay.
Yeah, flies really close.
Okay.
With all the sound effects and everything.
Alright, so they have to make a spell save DC, and yours is 16, right?
The 14.
14. Alright, so we'll see if the crowd
Yeah.
believes it first.
What's the save?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, people see right through that. They're just like, yay! They start clapping. It's like, that's a neat trick. Wow.
Suggestion on the guard.
Suggestion on the guard. Okay. And what's your saving throw that he has to make?
This is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 16 again.
I'm just going to do a flat because he ain't exactly a smart guy. Oh! Failure! So what do you suggest him doing?
Unlock the cage.
Alright. So
Unleash the
you
beast.
kind of see his arms slump to the side. He drops his halberd, reaches over to the side of his belt, retrieves a ring of keys, flips through a couple, takes one of the keys, puts it in the lock, unlocks, the gate swings open beside him, and the warg jumps out of the cage and immediately hops on top of the guard and starts tearing the shit out of him. The other three guards, freaking out, start running towards the giant wolf to try and get it back in its cage, or at least subdue it somehow. Panicked, the guard that's on top of the platform fires off a bolt at the warg as it's mauling the other guard. And we'll see if
Alright,
he
now
hits.
I turn to him, Sam.
I'll cast
Immediately and say,
invisibility.
alright, now it's time to look like we're the heroes. We need to subdue it, and then as a reward, we need to requisition that slave that he's selling right now.
That can work. Okay, onward to the rescue.
So, I guess I'll get you guys to roll for combat.
Yeah.
Just give me one sec here. I gotta, because this guy.
Set it up.
Yeah. That's a token now, because it's mauling the shit out of a guard. And
I think
I
that
see.
Dexy was not prepared for
Yo,
that.
you do not sound like you were expecting this.
he's on top of the guard right now. He's just like ripping into him.
I see only black.
I feel ever so slightly evil.
Oh, right, I gotta reveal that. Hold on a second. And I gotta drop you guys in, so I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the area here. So, yeah. So that's what you see. I'll grab your little...
No, there's the Warg.
And Wargak and Oust.
Well, you were prepared.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, because there are a couple of ways this could have gone.
These guys are gone. So yeah, the guards have already kind of like run past the other one. This
Need
guy
to get rid of a spell slot real
already
quick.
fired out his shot, and we'll say that the guards have already kind of rushed over to try and subdue the warg because they don't like to lose money. And we'll say this guy's already was like, fuck this shit. And yeah. So now...
There was a Minotaur.
I think it's time for fight music.
Oh, guys, look, they're selling cow. We could buy a cow.
You could-
Ooh, more emergency rations.
More.
Newest.
So you're gonna have nerd and bird.
Nerp.
We'll have a cola farm in a couple days.
Oh wait, okay.
Alright,
Initiative.
so initiative time.
Oh,
Damn.
Alright.
for once.
I'll just have all the guards go at once just to save me initiative. Alright. Alright, so
Oh, wait.
first up is Oust. What do you do?
All right. Let's go with the usual firebolt. Not fireball, mind you. That would be a horrid idea.
And we'll say that the crowd has obviously dispersed from the entire area because they're just like, no, we ain't dealing with that. We'll say a couple of the other people have left too. They're just getting up out of here. Well, with the exception of maybe that person. This guy's just kind of looking on in awe. Just like, what the fuck just happened?
Look at that, Missy.
Look at that, Bessie. He
Got
got his
ourselves
ass
a
cheered up.
fight.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Firebolt.
Alright. So, because you're shooting through so many different people, I'm going to have to give you disadvantage on that.
Oh, okay.
Just because you're, like, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest with you, I
that'd
don't
be
think
through the
you don't have a
cage.
clear line of sight at all.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to move real quick.
Yeah. You can go this way, or you can probably try and squeeze through.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. It's 10 movement speed to get through someone who's in a square already occupied. So for
Right.
you, it would be like 10, 15, 25 here.
Well, hold on. Let me check something. And I have a total. What's my character speed? I don't remember that. Oh, there's the music. Okay, here we go. I think that'd be a clear shot if I was like right here.
Oh yeah, you could be able to hit from there for sure. You could
Okay,
duck
yeah,
into
'cause-
this.
Yeah, because I can make it to here fairly easily.
Yeah.
All right. So that'd be the fire 17 from earlier.
17. Okay, let me just double check to see what it's hit. That just whizzes over its head.
All right, then I'll have to throw in a sorcery point and a D4. 1.
Okay, that unfortunately still misses.
Darn it. Okay.
All right, so next up is Morgak.
Oh, have the monsters done their rolls? Or has the warg done its
I'm
roll?
putting the warg at the end.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to go after David. I just got to
Gotcha.
give it added to the turn order here. Just because I wasn't
It looks
expecting
like
you guys
it's
to
more
try
likely
this.
gonna attack the guards around it, right? Instead of me.
There is a strong possibility. You don't know that for sure, but right now it is tearing into the guard that he has on the ground.
Okay.
Poor Jimmy. He'll never be the same again.
No, he'll be dead.
I will recklessly swat at it.
Recklessly.
Recklessly. Let's make it non-lethal.
All right. So
We're
just
gonna
like
spell the
smack
plan.
it on the nose, bad dog. That'll both definitely hit.
Like flat slap.
24 damage.
Okay, so
It's
24
like slapping it across the face with an axe. Oh, bad.
So it kind of yelps a little, like, "Arr!" But
Wow.
it's just like goes back to mowing down on this guy who's got pinned on the ground. It's kind of concentrating on the guard it's got down right now.
It's gonna nudge the guard next to him like, yeah, I hope you didn't like that guy.
So, next up are going to be the knights. They're going to try a combined strength roll to try and pin this thing down. So we'll see how well this goes. So that's... okay.
And just to be sure, no one's taking my character's father away while this is happening, are they?
In the meantime, yeah, he actually got carted off to the side as this was going on. So whoever got your father has probably already left the area.
Alright.
Whoever bought him, or is he still unpurchased?
He's been purchased by whoever was wearing that cloak that you guys couldn't really make out.
Ugh.
Yeah, you don't even know who's under the cloak. You couldn't recognize them. And then this warg, I'll give a roll here and see what it can do. And it sloughs off these guys easy. Their combined strength is not pinning this guy down with 3
Jeez.
guards. They rolled pretty bad.
Yeah.
So they tried. Give Sam.
Stand on the table.
Okay, while they are fumbling and mumbling and everything, single thing, I'll go and search for the ousted dad, where he was.
As far as you know, he was carted off in this direction.
And I use my action and my movement to run in that direction.
Okay. So you still see a bunch of people in the crowd, just kind of like doing their business as this is going on in the background. It kind of seems like this is a normal day for them, almost.
Okay, do I see...
So, as you walk that way, we're going to say that you see Zalus along with a gentleman here. Hold on. Let me just see.
Okay, can I send her past everything I know and tell her to search for store brand?
Oh, that's a big one.
For us, Dad.
House Dad? Okay. Yeah, I could let you send a psychic,
Like a free action or something, you know.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and I'll run in.
Okay.
That will be approximately the end of the turn.
Okay. So what I will say here, I'm having trouble pulling up these stupid things. Let's do this. Boop, boop, boop. So, the person that she was with was actually the guy that had been auctioned off. And she pulls back her hood and reveals her face to you. So, from what you could tell, it was her that bought him.
Who is she?
Zalus.
Do we know? Oh, it is us. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay. So now it's the warg's turn. Now that he's torn this guy pretty much to pieces, he's looking like he's not going to be getting up anytime soon. He's not dead, but he is badly injured. Like, significantly. So now it starts kind of like feeling like it's being cornered, so it tries to leap over the other guards and escape. So we're going to see if it can get over them. They're going to do a strength check as well.
Warwick's gonna do it perfectly.
So that and that. Alright, let's see if it can beat that. So it'll do... they managed to grab its hind legs and keep it from shuffling off. The cows, however, book it because they don't want to get eaten.
No, we
And
can't buy them.
this guy runs off too because he sees the thing leaping at him. He kind of dodges out of the way.
Butcher doesn't care though.
Yeah, Butcher's too busy.
You ain't got time for this.
No. But yeah, these two guards have got this thing kind of pinned on its hind legs as it's struggling to kind of like scratch and get itself away. Okay, Oust.
Zoom.
I'll get you
Duel.
to make an acrobatics check because you just leapt over a ledge there.
Oh. Okay.
Smacks.
Ah.
No, you're good. Okay.
Parkour!
Turn
Yeah.
to it. Gonna dual cast Firebolt. Boop. That's the first one.
Okay.
There's the second one.
Both hit.
1 and 2.
Okay. So it singes its fur, but it's still very much up still. It's not having a good day though. It just wants to run.
Now
Morgan.
Morgan goes in and smacks him.
Your turn.
I was gonna try and help out these guys just grab it. Is that
Okay.
alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
Straight athletics?
Yeah.
Just to grapple it?
Yeah, try grappling it and see if you pin it to the ground. Alright. And its roll... No, it shakes you off.
I use my other attack because I can do that to try again. Wow, what the fuck?
Well, we'll see if this is worse. Nope. Shakes you off.
Yeah, guys, I think it just wants to go home.
Alright.
I say while just standing and just grabbing at it.
It's gonna try an athletics to pull itself away, and I'll get the guards to do their saves to see if it gets away or not. So we just got 2 guards here. They do not roll high enough, and the warg books it just down the street.
Down the street.
Yeah, so it just ignores the cows that are just kind of like off to the side, freaking out. And that's how far it's gotten so far, unless you want to chase it. If Sam.
I wanna still chase for. Does Alice have her turn?
Zalis is not in combat.
Oh yeah, but you know she's informed that she should search for.
Yeah, the
In
guy
Black Hood.
that was bought, she was the person in the hood.
Oh, oh
Yeah.
shit!
And she
Oh
has his
yeah, I
father.
had disconnect slightly. All right, everything's good. That's pretty far away. I don't want to meddle. I'll just walk to there.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. So yeah, then the
Oh, I
warg's
have
turn
double.
is out. Is gone. So initiative has stopped.
Alright.
Their buddy is unconscious from the bleeding.
I'm gonna go over here and try and do some medicine.
Okay.
See if I
Okay,
can.
Dallas, where did you find the money for buying?
Oh, why'd that happen? It just scooted up. Hold on. Medicine. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to have this guy regain consciousness, and you stabilize him, but he definitely needs to be taken to the hospice now. These other guards sort of just like pick up his limp body and they start carting him off to the back, and they just kind of like nod to you guys for trying to help, and they're just like, "We got it from here. It's fine. We'll get Jerry to the hospital." Just kind of like walk off.
Jerry, it all makes sense. He was sent to the past.
To fight for the future.
Yes.
Samurai Jack.
So this guy is just still shaken
Samurai
from
Jerry.
everything that just happened. He's like, I'm just a recruit. Like, God, does that happen here often? I need to go home to Mama. Mommy! Just disappears.
Well, that was a thing.
Some people aren't built for this.
You could have mounted the work.
You tried so
There are
hard.
people who specialize that. I wasn't one of them. They didn't like me.
Makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Retroactive animal handling
I'll
roll.
just go ahead and reveal the rest of this.
Alright.
How you doing, Bessie?
The cows are shaken, but not stirred.
Good on them.
The man just like starts herding them back to their proper place.
Mr. Father of Oust, how did you get here?
Well, after I escaped with my friend, we got captured by a couple of Bakuru cultists. They knocked us out, took all our stuff, and decided that it would be fun to sell us to a slave trader. I never have good days. Thankfully, Zalus recognized me and bought me. I guess I owe you a gratitude, Zalus. She kind of just like nods at him and was like, maybe later.
No problem, it's only your dumb son.
Yeah.
Ever a cow?
How are you, son? And he just kind of like walks up and he gives you a great pat on the back.
I punch him.
Where do you want to punch him? Just in the
Across the face.
face? Okay. Roll the hit.
Alright, so what? That'd be strength. What?
Strength and
It's
proficiency.
an unarmed strength, yeah. So strength plus proficiency.
Okay, so. Hold on.
Everyone's proficient with their fists.
2, 3. Roll.
Nice.
What? That's a lot of anger.
Yeah, that's pent up. That's a lot of pent up anger. Oh, he takes it right in the face. So he just like spits on the ground, a bit of blood on his like lip that you just like cracked open, and he's like, "Ah, so that's how it is, eh? That's
Pretty
my
much.
boy. Got some spite in you. I like it."
We'll be having words.
Well, you're just in luck that I saved you guys from the arena cult. You think you'd give your father some more respect?
We are thankful, sir, but your son apparently isn't. And I would move away.
I have a ton more of a grudge.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Was there any orcs that were being sold? Over there.
When I was in that cage, I saw a couple being sold, but none of them younger than you. The dwarves seem to like their orcs. They use them for the manual labor. They lasted a lot longer than the colobs or the goblins. I'm sure with some new clothes and a weapon, perhaps. Maybe you guys could help me out there. I could get some more information for you. maybe even like a hot bath and some food to eat. All they fed me is some slop.
And did you see any dwarves with missing finger? Pinky.
No pinky missing fingers here, sorry.
Damn it, they might have left the town.
Guess they did. Alright. What are we up to now?
I need to talk to one of them and see where they keep the ore.
Okay.
Somebody who's better with words wants to come with, I'd appreciate.
I'll be going with you. I want to see how much they offered for the Minotaur. If
You're
they have
not
any
buying
left,
a Minotaur.
shut up.
They already sold the Minotaur. You're not probably
Maybe
gonna
they have
get
more
another
on the stock. I mean, it's pretty demanding.
All right, so we'll say that this guy, he's back on the pedestal, kind of like cleaning up. He's got two of the guards just kind of like cleaning up their pens, taking down the cages for the day.
Excuse me, sir, do you have any more Minotaurs on the stock?
Ah, unfortunately, son, I do not. Those are some rare specimens. That's why he sold for so much. You might get
sadly.
lucky another time.
Sadly. And any orcs do you have for sale? Like this guy here, and point to the Morgak. Just younger.
Oh, are you here to bargain? He looks like a strong fellow.
Smex, could you say that again? You broke up a lot.
Yeah.
He says, he looks like a strong fellow. How much do you want for him?
Not
No,
for
no,
sale.
he's not for sale. He's too angry to be a slave. I'm looking for a... How do you explain? Can you really recognize how orcs look between each other? I really can't, but he should be looking like him.
Or I just looks down like, wow, that was racist.
He he's like, I've sold many orcs in my time, lad. You might want to be a little more specific. Male, female, tall, short, stout, bulgy.
well,
Morgak will explain the description
Yeah.
since you never told me one.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Okay.
I don't even know his name.
It's Gorgak.
Oh, my boy, Gorgak, yes.
Yes, it's all coming back now.
A few too many hits to the head and battle.
And I forget my own son's name.
Oh,
Philip. Poor little Philip.
Philip the orc.
Fifi.
Were you extremely drunk when you named him?
So
It's a tradition.
Philip?
yeah,
Okay.
Fifi the orc. Wears a tutu to battle. Okay, so you explained to him that you were looking for a more adolescent orc, and he says it just so happens that he sold one few moons back, so that would be probably about like 2 months ago. The reason he comes to mind so easily is because he was a feisty fellow. They had to teach him a lesson more than a few times to keep his mouth shut.
Morgak, do not provoke any incident.
I'm not the one provoking.
Of course, just stand your ground. Okay, sir, and might we know, if you remember, of course, where might he departed?
Says, well, sir, I do believe that young man was sent to the dwarven mines deep into the underground. You probably find him there, chopping and chipping away at rock, lead, and ore.
Alright, at least we have some clue. Okay, thank you. Let's go from here.
Very welcome.
Where are the mines at?
Who are you asking?
I was asking the guy, honestly. Smax, you there?
Hello?
Oh, sorry.
Oh shit, we lost the DM.
No, we're good. We're good. So,
We take the show now.
So he says that they're about a mile or two away from Battleford. the main mine shafts you'd be able to find very easily because they're well guarded, and there's a lot of like carts going in and out of that area. It's a giant cavernous entrance. Can't miss it because it's kind of like bordered in gold and stone and very fancy stonework.
Do you by any chance have the signature if there is written contract of selling that particular orc?
Sorry, what'd you say, Sam?
He's asking for a contract.
Oh,
Contract for selling.
Of the orc.
You know, like,
Gorgak.
yeah.
So he says he can check his records and see if he can find sort of like who he sold it to specifically, but it would take some time. Maybe come
Okay.
back in like 2 hours or so, and he would probably. have an
Okay,
answer.
I will be there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be
Just
back
nods.
soon.
Yeah. Okay. So
By the way, I will tell Morgak mentally that I will try to forge the signature in order to easily enter the mines.
Morgak doesn't say anything, but he follows.
like a good orc should.
Oh, I'm gonna kill someone.
Oh.
So
So Zealous, why don't you join us in while sleeping in some comfortable place? We haven't seen you last night. Some incidents happened with some dwarves.
So she just kind of like looks at you funny and is like, "Why is your hair glowing?"
Do not ask about my hair.
Ask
No,
him about his hair.
Immediately
Really?
starts smiling.
What's going on with you three? You're acting weird.
I have no idea. Some dwarves screwed me up, and these fuckers won't tell me which one of them they are.
We didn't
Shakes
get
her head.
names.
Yeah. She shakes her head. She's like, "Well, I did check up on my brother, and he's fine. I also was following up on rumors about a couple things that I heard. I heard about the slave trader. I heard that he may or may not have had your father oust. So I thought I'd check. You're welcome, by the way. You owe me some gold."
And where did you get that gold?
"From various enterprises around this area. I don't think it's any of your concern." And she just kind of like smiles a
Ooh.
toothy grin.
Well, my lady, I think we have some business thing to discuss about. In that,
Okay. She just kind of like looks at you quizzically. It's like, "Why, do you want to learn how to break into houses?"
Well, I mean, that'd be
Never
useful,
mind.
but
No, I was thinking about some other thing, but no, never mind. Thank you.
And she
There
also
should be more.
informs you about some things that she heard may be a lead into Dagon Vor's whereabouts. She had overheard two guards talking about an abandoned tower just on the outskirts of town that no one goes to anymore and hasn't for a while, just because they hear weird sounds coming from it. And any patrol that is headed in there to try and investigate that area has been never heard from again.
We should probably focus on that location, as it might have some more info about our arch nemesis.
Mm-hmm. She says you could probably get a layout of the land if you visit one of the shanty towns that are nearby. It might give you a little bit of insight on the traps and possible dangers that are inside that tower. And she hands you the name of an individual that has been known to dabble in that sort of area. Her name is Vadoma.
Alrighty. Oh, by the way, I forgot one. Where did... what was her name? Janine go? She was with us, right?
No, Janine turned invisible and poof, left.
Ah,
She's kind of
Okay.
seeking revenge on her brother's death by Dagon Vor, so she's probably out
looking for a
mulling
phylactery
sanity.
or something.
Yeah. Find more
Hey,
information.
with
on
any
her.
luck, she'll do our job for us.
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be
Might get
useful.
lucky.
Roll a D1 million each day, and if you get a 1 million,
I like those odds.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not bad. All right.
I'll dial up for Hastur again.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what that roll is.
uh,
Oh.
ooh.
Okay.
Throw a d4 in there too.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right. So you hear like a dial tone in your ear here, Sam, and a bit of a ringing and a click. Someone picking up maybe like some sort of receiver. And on the other end, you hear is like, Infernal Affairs, Barbara speaking. How may I help you?
Hello, I'm contacting you for technical support on the Hasturan Corporation's dealing company. I would like to report a certain, how should I call it, an obligatory requirement for a contact. And while I was talking that, I would move away from the crowd and go to some reclusive place.
Okay. Talking gibberish to yourself. People just eyeing you like, is he talking to himself? Probably one of those
All right,
people that got Bluetooth headsets.
You don't have that, people. And I would like to report a certain malfunction in a certain device called the Amulet of the True God that has in some recent time broke off, and I would have to contact your main engineer in terms of repairing it, or at least providing some compensation for it.
So she kind of like, you hear like typing going on, like, may I get your last name, please?
I do not have, but the owner, he probably knows me as the name of Sam.
Just a moment.
And is
Oh
that
my God.
accent on the I or the E?
With I,
Two A's
but
in
accented
one.
HR strange I VESAM.
Sir, you said your name was Hiversam?
Sam.
Hiversam. Yes, I do see that. Oh dear. It looks like you've been excommunicated. I'm sorry, honey. It doesn't look like you're going to be a part of this cult anymore. I apologize. You should have got a letter in the mail, actually. Do you have a home address?
Yeah, that is the issues, as I was supposed to arrive them on my personal receiver, aka as the aforementioned amulet, but as you know already, it is broken, so I at least demand monetary compensation and a talk with the manager.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, the manager is out at lunch right now, but I'll be sure to pass on the message to him. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye now. Click.
You just pulled the "Can I speak to the manager" card on a god.
Of course. That's the most effective one, and I would put my...
Hi, the manager, the DM speaking.
Could you hold?
You've
Well,
reached
this is-
God, your Lord and Savior. How may you grovel?
Yes,
You
I'd like
dog.
monetary compensation. You what?
I
You
demand
what,
you
mate?
heard me well. A monetary compensation.
Fine,
Or-
you get a cheap gold watch. How's that sound?
Can you cast magic with it?
Oh yeah, I will try
But
to
it tells
cast some
time
magic.
backwards.
Oh.
Fancy.
Well, folks, good news is that I'm finally free of my slavery, and the bad news is I can no longer use...
How are you gonna cast magic now?
You were a slave.
I was not, but it was similar. A contract was similar to that. Though I do not remember how I was supposed to be paid. I will need to call the support service
has
again.
everyone here had some issue with slavery then? My father, you, your son.
I was not enslaved. I was in a contract. That
Slave.
Hmm.
okay. In the meantime, I will call for tech support for the... No, I would call the Court of Gods to judge the Hastur for not maintaining his part of the deal.
Oh, Court of the Gods. Do you have that line?
They
Tell
probably
us
do.
the number.
Do a knowledge religion check. I want you to do another knowledge religion check on that, and definitely
I
have
want my
disadvantage.
I want a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you don't. You're just kind of bluffing a little, trying to make yourself look important, puff up your chest a bit with pride. Of course I remember the number, I just don't have to tell you.
But we'll get it in.
So what do you guys want to do next?
Go to the temple
to
and search for the Divine Dictionary.
Doesn't seem like there's a temple around here. Just the hospice. It's the closest thing to God you're ever gonna get. Not in the good way.
All right. Go. What are we gonna do?
Morgak already said his piece. He wants to go get his son. Oh, wait. We need to go talk to this dude again to see if he found the paper.
Oh yeah. Has it been 2 hours? Is that how long that call took?
It has not been 2 hours yet, at all.
How long did the call take?
Maybe about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Okay, I'll go to the Griffin guy. Oh god.
Okay.
So much errands to do, so little time.
So Zalus and your father say that they're gonna try and find more information on what's going on around the town in regards to Dagon Vor, and they go and disappear down the street.
All right.
Yeah, is it just me or does it seem like they're in a relationship?
I just turn to him and glare.
We will have lizard mama. Asgard's lizard
Intimidation.
mama.
Yeah, I don't think Morgak has to roll for that.
No.
Yeah.
Morgak's not afraid of magic. He can't be affected.
Exactly. You remembered.
Of course I remember.
So you hear just as if Sam runs down the street that you have lizard mama. Oh boy. Okay, so you're headed to the Griffin shop. It looks to be run by a well-endowed dwarf woman in what looks to be like almost like a barmaid outfit. Pretty low cut, actually. A lot more than you really think. She's got like
Quaint.
yeah, she's got reddish hair and pigtails, and she's got freckles all the way down her cheeks, and got like bright green eyes, luscious lips. If you were a dwarf, you'd swear that you'd want to take her out to a nice dinner, maybe a movie.
Yeah, but you remember that I slightly hate the dwarves now.
Yes, so you're racist, so you don't care.
No, a little
No,
bit,
like, I'm
because of
starting
that
to think
pinky
that
guy.
Sam's just like an extreme racist in the game. Hates orcs, now hates dwarves. It's just gonna expand more and more as we go on.
Wait, when does he hate Orc? I never heard that.
Remember how, not hate orcs, but just thinks they're all the same or whatever?
Oh
They
yeah,
all
yeah.
look the same. Yeah. And lizard people smell like swamp water all the time.
Yeah,
Goodness, that hurt elf is really coming out, man.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
playing in the role.
Good on you.
Okay, so and say, good day to you, lady. I suppose that this is the Griffin Aviary. Or a Griffin Post Office, or whatever you call it.
Yes, it is. How can I help you?
Well, I heard that you are dealing with the international messages.
Oh, of course, yes, yes. And she kind of just like nods and shuffles around some paper around her desk. It's like, will that be local or international?
Well, international, yeah, I would. You deliver to the Kingdom of Atnal, right?
Oh, of course, all the time.
Alright, sweet. First, I would need to ask you how much would that message cost approximately?
It depends on how big the message is and how far the man would have to travel. Typical shipping costs to Adnil runs between 150 and 200, depending on the predicted weather patterns.
Oh well, that's not bad. So a message would not be long, approximately 300 characters, maybe less, probably less.
She kind of nods. She just like looks over at her papers, shuffles some more around, gets out like what seems to be like a chart. She runs her finger down to the middle of the chart. She's like, average cost 300 characters. If you were to use the maximum, that would be about 10 gold pieces with the delivery. So maybe between, well, it depends on when you want to send it. If you want to send it now, we're predicted pretty clear weather, so maybe 160 gold pieces.
That sounds fine. I would agree with it.
All right, sounds good. Would you like me to write up that message now for you?
I can do it myself, thank you. I will do it on the spot.
Okay, so she hands you like what looks to be like an official notepad. He's like, just write it within the lines there, and we'll make sure they get it to the right person.
Okay, so I would probably write to the current manager of the bank if such enterprise exists. I would address to the usual location, and if it receives, it's good. And I would tell them to to send me a report to mayor of this town. Oh, what was it called again? Never mind. To send to the mayor of this town, and he will send it to me. And in the letter, I would write that I need to know the current state of the bank, how it's progressing, if it's progressing at all. And I would tell them to send messages to the Zasser Quibig, and then he to proceed to me what is happening right now in the Elvish Empire.
Okay. So,
And what else?
The
That's
first thing I do want to mention is you do remember back a while the Team Rogue group hit your bank, and they cleaned it out. It's not in service anymore. It's gone. It's done. As far as you know, that entire building's been just like burnt down to the ground, maybe.
Yeah, but they didn't tell me exactly what happened there.
True.
So,
The building
yeah.
could still be intact, but most likely that money is all gone.
Yeah, I'll send it nevertheless. What
Okay.
happens, happens.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So you want to contact the person at the bank
Yeah.
and Zasser
Who's
Quibig,
currently-
because those are separate messages.
Yeah, I'll do both of them.
Okay.
And I will write in short just the tiny stuff, the most condensed letter about what happened to Zasser Quibit.
Okay. So you bring over the notepad and you hand her 2 letters. And she says, okay, so this one's going to Adnil, correct?
Yes.
And what's this one going to? The other one? Is that
Uh,
going to
to
Adnil as well?
No, that one is to Devonport, to the address of Zasser Quibik. I would probably know it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And she looks at you and kind of shakes her head and says, I'm sorry, but we're not sending any mail over in that area anymore. It's too dangerous.
Oh,
Our Griffin riders have been attacked more than one occasion, actually, over there. That entire place is just in trouble. We're staying far, far away from there.
that is pretty bad. Alright, never mind. Thank you, I'll just send the first letter.
And she nods and takes your letter all folded up and she sticks it in an envelope and seals it in front of you. And just tosses it into a mailbox that's right behind her. Just like a big tub of mail to be sent out for that day.
Thank you very much. By the way, how much would those griffins cost for, maintaining and possessing one in general?
Owning a griffin? I'd have to get back to you on that one. Ours are actually purebred, but some of them are mixed breed as well. You could get a griffin that was mixed with a leopard or cheetah. It all depends on what you really want. The size of the griffin.
Yeah, well, let's say the average costed one, not too expensive and not too,
Yeah,
mixed.
She would say is like average griffin cost would be around like 250, 300 gold, and then monthly feeding would be probably about 25 gold. So about that price, 250, 300.
Alright, that's nice to know. Thank you very much.
And she bids you goodbye.
Alright, that's all. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So now what you guys want to do? Do you want to head straight to the Wizard Tower, or do you want to head to the Shanty Town?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Because in the Shanty Town, what was it? House Father said that you might be able to talk to Vidoma. She might have some assistance with the Wizard Tower that you guys are going into, or you could head over to the Wizard Tower now and see what you find.
We should probably go for the info first.
Austin Morgak, are you guys good for that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
So we'll say that you guys head over to the outskirts of town, to the Shanty Town. You see a couple
A
people.
gypsy town.
Yeah, pretty much. You said you see a couple people selling wares off the side, some rats on sticks, some questionable objects in jars, eyeballs and fingers and toes and all that wonderful stuff. You see on the side of one carriage Dr. Steamer Dink's Elixirs and Mixers Emporium. And you see just kind of like a gnome kicked up on a chair, leaned up against a tree, just kind of like snoring loudly. He's got like a wispy little mustache and a cane with a top hat just set off to the side. He looks like he's napping right now.
A dapper fellow.
Yes, dapper gnome. And then on, as you guys continue forward, you see another carriage with looks like to see an all-seeing eye on it and a couple of like arcanic symbols. And on the side of the carriage it says Madame Madoma or Madame Vidoma.
Ah,
Ooh, a fortune teller.
We are
Shall
really
we?
getting sidetracked. Morgak says.
Yeah.
Why are we here, Grissom?
To get some info about the tower, I think. So who's going in there? I'm afraid of these people.
What? Fortune tellers.
the fortune teller wouldn't work on Morgak anyway. He's immune to magic.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, send him in first.
That's why we should send him. To explore the situation.
Yes, Morgak, they cannot harm you. Go.
I already know that. Morgak
We'll
goes
go
in.
behind him.
All right.
Why are you repeating the obvious?
So you go in, Morgak, and you see in front of you a woman, a female Rakshasa in a black cloak. Just kind of like sitting at her little desk there and sipping her tea, and she kind of like looks up at you. It's like, ah, a visitor. Please sit.
Thank you. And I will whisper to yours, this is some cousin of Brashka.
Wow.
Wow.
More racism. More racism.
My God.
Please step out or right now. Ugh.
Alright, I guess we're looking for information.
Do you say that to her?
Yep.
Okay. So she's like, what kind of information? What can
No.
I help you with?
Oz, do you want to take it from here? I don't know what Morgak would say, honestly.
Alright, so just to be sure, what is the thing we want to ask her overall? Honestly, I feel like Hiv Sams would be the one to ask.
We would need to ask about some information about the Wizard's Tower, I think. It's that, if that's the name of the building around here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we think that it is connected to our, a person we know of. maybe you've heard of him, the Dagon War.
Her eyes kind of widen a little bit, and she narrows her stare at you, Hivsam. Is like, and she speaks your name, by the way. She's like, Hivsam. Yes.
But
I've heard of you. You're a smart man. But sometimes
you
you're
see,
too bright. Here, I have a present for you. And she reaches over with her claw hand, and she lifts up a mask that she has right beside her there. And she hands
convenient.
it towards you, and she's like, a present.
Well, thank you. I would, turn it around and flip it and say, I'm thankful, but for what reason do you gift me this?
Arcane Orc, activate.
Arcane Orc.
Really? For this?
You want to?
Sure. I'll roll Arcana.
No.
Yes.
You
Darn.
no, yeah, you're just as puzzled as everyone else. So, okay. So from what you could tell, this is it's emitting a very strong magical aura, but you're not entirely sure what it does. It looks like a porcelain white mask with red lips and just like eye sockets for eyes and like a raised eyebrow expression. But the lips are like not open, they're closed.
This is an interesting device. May I ask, for what purpose do you give it?
Just so happens we have a very mutual benefactor that would like to help you on your quest.
Rarely
This-
anybody these.
This particular mask will assist you in subterfuge, I suppose you could say. It's the mask of truth. Wear it, and you can basically look like anyone close to your appearance as possible. As long as they're the same height, roughly, it shouldn't be difficult.
Huh. Alright. And I would put it on myself and try to look like
Try to look like who?
Awesome.
Oust.
Oust? Okay. So, right now I want you to make an Arcana check to see if you can channel the mask's energy and see if you can get it to work right away.
Nope.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Try and grow your hair back, why don't you?
So she looks
I
at you,
suppose get
Sam, and she says, "It's like, you must give it some time, child. It has to get to know you a little better."
Oh. Alright. I suppose. Thank you. And I'll look at the Oust and say, well, okay.
And she also says to you, "Is like, by the way, you do have a book as well, yes?"
I'm too afraid to ask how do you know that, but yes, I do, and I would present it to.
Okay. May I see that, please?
Absolutely. It's a pretty wish-washed because I wrote in it. It looks terrible.
She just looks through. It's like, typical elvish writing. Too many loops and cursives. Very well.
Alright.
Anyway,
Not wrong whatsoever.
she lays her hand over a blank page, and on the page, you kind of make out like a very maniacal, laughing, smiling mask, and that fades into some scrawled writing on the page. It's like, just to assist you in your adventure, your first ritual has been given.
What is that?
Oh, it's, again, a present from our mutual benefactor. She is very giving person.
What's your name?
You had my attention until now, but now you have. No, it does not
Interest?
go like that.
At first you had my curiosity, but now you
Curiosity, now I
attention.
have my attention.
There we
May
go.
I know who our benefactor is, if it is the time to know that?
Oh, so you have, no clue. Vidoma basically says that she is a lady of many talents and many faces. It's hard to explain what exactly she likes to do with her free time, but suffice to say, when things aren't fun for her anymore, she gets a little bored. Needs some excitement in her life, and currently, with the goings-on of all her friends disappearing, she's bored. She could use a little excitement. I just figured
And
you'd like to help her with that.
I am very grateful for all of this, and I don't really know what to do with all of this knowledge, but I am
Do
grateful
you
for
have
this.
anything to say to the two of us? On the other
You're
hand,
you're both ugly. Check out the tower now.
So she kind of like looks at you, Oust, as like, your father means well. Be good to him, boy, for he's not going to be around forever. And you, Morgak, I can at least tell you this: your son is very much alive. However, you may need to see your wife very shortly. She has not much time left. And with that, she just kind of turns around and looks out the window. Is like, I've done all I can to help you for now. Have a wonderful day. And she just kind of snaps her fingers, and the cloak just falls to the ground.
I'm
And
gonna
heading
roll
out
an
the
insight
tower.
for Morgak real quick.
Roll
If that's
insight
okay.
from Morgak.
Yeah, just as like, hey, your wife doesn't have a lot of time. Like,
Oh, what does that mean? Yeah.
19.
book it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
you need
the plan.
to get to the
Morgak
hospice.
books it.
Yeah. Okay, so you see Morgak just book it out the door.
That is strange. And can I look in the book and see what kind of ritual that Rakshasa was talking?
Yeah. So you look in the book, and it's the same ritual that you wanted to get set up in the first place. You seem to have read your mind.
Oh, so. Oh, wait, just a second. Oh, you were breaking out what kind of ritual?
So the ritual that you showed me previously, that you were looking into getting.
Oh, you mean floating disc?
Yeah, you have that now.
This is an interesting thing. I might have to try it out, though it looks a bit complicated and different than the rest of the magic. Well, alright. And can I look around if I can see any other magical
From what you could tell, none of them really stand out as very interesting. They're just a bunch of trinkets and necklaces and scarves and a collection of odds and ends. So
Is there any tea left in the pot?
Yes, there is tea left in the pot.
Is there an extra cup?
There's only one cup.
Blast. I drink straight from the teapot.
You
Just-
beggar.
Make a will save.
A will?
Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving
gotcha.
throw, sorry, yeah. I'm still thinking Pathfinder.
Oh dear.
So
Oh.
you see flashes of some very spooky lady in multiple facial expressions, just kind of like staring at you. She kind of turns her head, is like, "You're not him, Sam. Hello, dear."
Well, that's quaint.
You really are a beggar. You really need to drink from an old lady.
Well,
I
This
was
is
just
a thing.
finishing TiVoing my shows, and now I have a visitor. I'm so excited.
was I interrupting anything? My
Oh,
apologies
no.
if I was.
It's just Downton Abbey. I can catch up on it later.
I know exactly what god this is. This is great.
Is there anywhere I can sit or?
No, it's literally just like a black abyss with her and like sitting on a what looks to be a very comfortable fur rug couch. She's got her feet up on like a table, and she's like flicking her fingers, and she's changing the screen. It's like she's changing moving images on a big floating sort of screen, from what you could tell.
I just tilt my head and ask, what is that?
Oh, it's Netflix. Would you like to watch?
I wouldn't say no.
And,
To be honest, I'm fairly certain you're a deity, and well, I'm immortal.
Shit, Sherlock.
Quite
what.
now.
Give your friend a message to me. Tell him I said hi. And she kind of like takes your face and throws you out of the abyss, and you land backwards onto the chair and fall flat on your ass. It's like you were drinking from the teapot sitting down, and then you just fall out of the chair.
Well, that was a thing. Ow!
No problems.
I get back up and like rub my head slightly. Don't drink that. Also, do I know who that god was from that?
You have no clue.
Do I give an attempt again, or?
You can give an attempt again, yeah. Knowledge religion. Okay. So I'll give you this much. You're pretty sure this is like the god of emotions. Masquerade.
Yeah. Look him straight in the eyes and says, Masquerade says hello.
Oh, so that's why these masks are here around.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Also, I have a killer headache. Do you know what Netflix is by any chance?
We have some problems. Okay, so how does this thing work again? I want to look like how.
Divine entertainment. Ugh.
Okay. Knowledge Arcana. You can feel the magic energy swirling around your head as you put the mask on, but it Oust, you see the mask almost contort into a very generic shape of your face before reverting back to a mask.
Ooh, I almost turned ugly.
I'd say you almost actually turned good looking for once, but alright.
It's a pretty nice thing. I'll keep it.
Seems useful.
Yeah. Alright, so we need to find the Morgag. He sprint off for his wife,
I'd imagine so.
but we have no information about the tower. Oh well, we'll first visit him, then we go to the tower.
Yes.
Alright. So we're definitely going to say that Morgak managed to head back to the hospice just in time to see your wife strapped to the table that she was in, and she is foaming at the mouth and her eyes are bloodshot red, and her pupils are like dilated to like very tiny little dots. It's like she's gone feral.
Oh no, Morgak goes to try to fix the situation.
Yeah.
Oh
you see
god.
two orderlies trying to hold her down, but they don't seem to be having a very good success in keeping her restrained right now. She's kind of like gnashing and scratching at him.
Hesitant to say.
What do you want me to roll to try to
You could
keep
do
her from gnashing and running?
I would say strength would be the best one.
Straight strength or athletics?
Straight strength, yeah.
15.
I'd say that, yeah, you managed to get both hands on her shoulders and just kind of pin her down to the bed, and the orderlies managed to get a couple more straps tightened around her body, and she doesn't seem to be able to move very much. One of the orderlies tells the other he's going to get a mask for her face, like just to cover it up to make sure she doesn't attack anyone.
That damn potion. Morgak says that out loud if somebody actually hears that.
Yeah. The orderly looks up and he was like, "What did you give her that turned her to this?"
You know?
You gotta cut out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what a potion of death is?
And the orderly goes like, I've never heard of anything like that. But
It's
if
something that brings back the dead.
Well, if she died and she's back now, we need to get a cleric to cleanse her body and burn it.
Cleanse and burn, or cleanse or burn?
Both. We can't have the dead rising
Yes.
here. We have too many injured. It would be a slaughter.
She's not that kind of dead.
Well, either way, we've got to get this sorted out. I got to tell the main cleric here. He'll be over here shortly. And he just runs off.
Morgak, if everything goes bad as it looks like it is, I am afraid that we will need to use the wishing stone. You know, if we want to be sure, but we did not know the consequences of the potion.
Sorry about that. Somebody busted into my room. I had to talk to them for a sec. What's up?
Just that you might need to use the wishing stone if everything goes to shit.
That's what I was thinking.
Probably going to be the only option.
Yeah, right now you guys aren't seeing too many options at the moment because you have no idea where Mesmerov is.
Yeah. And he's probably dead so by far, so to the tower we go.
I thought we were gonna go to the, out of character, I thought we were going to the mines for Morgak's son. What's at the tower?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So,
Well,
yeah,
maybe.
you have the option. You could go to the tower, you can head towards the mines, and that's probably where I'll end it here anyway. So, you guys make a decision, and then I will set that up.
But what's at the tower, person?
So, at the tower is a possibility of Dagon Vor's whereabouts. That's pretty much all you know. Unfortunately, Vadoma left before you could really get any information on any traps or surprises that you guys might run into. So it's up to you.
Okay. Well, if we're doing a vote, Morgak's voting on the mines.
I'd vote on the mines right now.
Okay.
Well, I'd go for the tower because it's closer, but majority wins. Oh, and we should probably go to see that guy about the signature.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
slave
okay.
guy.
So, yeah, we'll say, Hifsam, you head back to the slave guy, and, the person, he hands you, like, a copy of the contract that was signed, but you don't recognize the name of who bought Morgak's son. You can tell it's a dwarvish name, though. It's something
Okay.
Stonebeard.
A man,
Okay,
a
and
dwarf
like
that is skinny with one pinky.
Okay, and I would tell that I just want to rewrite his name on the spot, you know, in the somewhere in the paper to know like whom to refer to, and after that I would try to forge the.
Okay. So, he hands you a spare piece of parchment and a quill pen, and you scribble the signature onto that paper.
Oh,
It's not your best work. Definitely.
well,
not your
never
best.
mind. We'll hold to it. So
Okay.
far, but yeah, that would. I'll return to the paper and thank him, and go to the mines of
Okay.
Moria.
All right.
Who will fight the Balrog?
Won't that be fun? Who's going to be Gandalf and fall into the pit of death?
Probably Morgak.
Fly, you fools!
Fools.
Roar!
Yeah, sure, we're gonna find the phylactery of the evil lich in the form of a golden ring.
Yeah. Guarded by a very naked mole man.
Kobold.
Yeah,
Goblin.
Kobold
Something
goblin.
like that.
A coblin.
Half kobold, half goblin?
Yeah, a coblin.
Coblin. Yes. Alright.
My phylactery.
God.
The precious Dagon.
Precious. Ooh, fishy.
That one.
Ugh. All right. So, guess that's it then.
That's it. We will stop there, and then next month you guys will head to the mines.
Sounds like a
All right.
plan.
Of Mario.